yes Lusika and so etimi ediamanti awonsam no eno no na yebesa said ye free for close as usual enra EPL Monday 2 game back one aka no awo St James Park your boy Eddie from Newcastle and the Liverpool and the boy na sa game ni nyamia no kredi ete for one game ni bia nyasem kitokra drama game no bibia bi won bibia was very very intriguing but in the name of Liverpool chesa fi ama so mo sign age league ni disi o na so na Chelsea ni Brent fan say nkomo 90+10 and I rented me the winning goal edema Liverpool ni na no yebaka wasem I will show no so Paris Saint-Germain and Man City so yet say so mo ye bia sa on goalkeeper fence Donnarumma and so yet the sound common at the Bremen yes Bayern Munich and almost ye meeting on players on person mo conform at the eba Real Madrid player fence Dani Ceballos on so yet is a brand to the between Olympic Marseille and also come our Kobe Mino I am Manchester United player a brand to say they were bread also 15 na on so kobo a team for and also come our and Amuzu P question of the day is very very simple. They say Premier League na here born coaches review hanyam yenim omonyade na emumienu eye Grand Porter Onukuta West Ham and Ruben Ayamorim of Manchester United her performance omde mo teams na enyemanche dan koyi na any question ayebisa and it say among these two coaches no why and agidi say be permanent term kra I be permanent term ama ono so no etimi alusi any job and any question ayebisa Amuzu P question of the day also betimi abana YouTube ode answer no etimi ede abrayen ye be fie so ye be teams are Arabic Ghana awo the CAF competitions no me chere ba bia ni Gold Stars CAF Champions League ombobo na Kumasi Krobia Sante Korogonso no our the Confederations Cup and na ye be based on performance omo edana di our the Gaka top 4 no ye be show bia hoboabo oye edi our Africa ho and in some pini na be fifi enso etimi aba ene anope Richard ne yemkwa na garbage ram Gabi the foreigner etifo on fire nko ayamane na afi yemfa nsem no emfa emrem Richard ne yekwana ne aba. Okay.
Yeah, fine. So was on where?
I mean, Egusu Shami.
Okay.
Egusu I would Shami. Okay. Come on. Can I answer?
And then the annual Hune, Banyamin is now. Say, I miss you, any problem. Oh, as a woman, my BBNC.
M was a man for person, no more press the panic air button.
BBNC. Nothing, we are more last is in the same thing.
It's Chroma and Cophobia spent over 1 billion. Crystal Palace is to be a shop. How is saying? Chama and do.
You see, Anna, sometimes the sad bit is that when you have to accept that near man and then you find solutions to it, then now person it's not the right thing to go about. Trust me. Sometimes you have to accept. And that's why I keep on telling you. Nothing happened to Manchester United.
So I didn't know
No, remember I'm come Manchester United. I said, "Oh, no, course,
more Manchester."
So it is because last season, in and around our position, we in and for some of us who kept on talking about Manchester United, any problem. But there's something new today. I'll tell you about our club, no? And I think the United fans should understand some of these things. Me catch out the last time. The amount of money United wasted on Benjamin Sesko, especially when you have two proven Premier League attackers. It was not important. And now we see as a Fulham manager, Marco Silva after the game. It is clear that they are getting something out of Manchester United. Or when you say more a lot of weakness, or they are starting free Spanish La Liga now. I've said it several times. I am a strong believer of what Xabi Alonso would do at Madrid. And it's for one first reason. And the reason of Xavi's willingness to adapt El Madrid. Xavi Nimno as manager at Bayern for Leverkusen. He got his best times. The football, the winning of trophies, almost going unbeaten throughout the season in Europe. Something who had not been done for a very long time now. He did it using a three-back. But Xavi has understood that the materials at Real Madrid will take you over now. He needs to change something. And from even just the 2 games Mabo League, from the times at the Club World Cup and the 2 games Mabo League, if you pay particular attention to Xabi Alonso, you can see that he's trying to tweak things and then get things in place. Like I said, a flash in the pan. And it is because any idea happened just today, and of course you see the results today, but it will take time. But Madrid are known for winning, and no matter how difficult things get for football club Real Madrid, even when they are known for their terms are not the best for them, they are not playing the best football. And Madrid share. And now it was away at Real Oviedo. And Rich, the first 2 things that Xabi Alonso did was to drop Vinicius Jr., drop Abrante friend Trent Alexander-Arnold, and then bring in Abrante friend Dani Carvajal, who's captain of the club, and then also bring in Abrante friend Franco Mastantuano up top, and also replace up top Vinicius Jr. with Abrante friend Rodrigo Goes. Very important. In fact, Obi Oshe gave me could tell you, say, Madrid they were worried about what Madrid does and Madrid attackers here without the ball. They were a little bit impressed with Madrid's out of possession shape. Now they be a friend OOP. Almost every time Madrid they had both Franco Mastantuano and Abrante friend Rodrigo Goes constantly getting back in shape, constantly winning the ball back for them. And after the game, Thibaut Courtois and said, Xabi has told them say they have to press. No more press ni failure. As well be able to shape. For me, that is going to be the difference for team friend Real Madrid and how they want to go. And see, Rich, regardless of what happened and the fact that one started Abrante friend Vinicius Jr. in the middle of the pack, that combination of Chimeni, adding Abrante friend Federico Valverde as a double pivot, it may not be the most technical double pivot in the world, but trust me, on a good day, especially when they have to work out to recover the ball back for you, that spare is very important. Killing Luton Mbappe first goal no share. It was from an excellent hard working ability from Abrante friend Chimeni, who won the ball in the middle of the park and then transited it quickly in between the lines for Abrante friend killing Luton Mbappe to score the very first goal for team friend Real Madrid. But the second one, Rich, you're diving home. We have spoken about how almost all of the Madrid attackers have not done enough work in terms of winning the ball back. This is the Madrid second goal lead up to it. Which Vini Bermuno. Na wababe try sen kobe winning ball CB and kawa try sen ka nyema bibe koyaman. Even at some point in time he was yellow carded for diving. Right after that, Vini makes sure say Obwa Abrante friend Mastantuano in the middle of the park to win a ball from Real Oviedo in their own 10. And we said it several times. Jurgen Klopp was saying and Okache on Saturday, Abrante must perform Man City ball game. Journalists asked Abrante friend Thomas Frankebim. When they asked the Dane, say a Dane, what does he have to say about Asima Jurgen Klopp? Can say if you counter press well, you don't need the world's best playmaker. No, say no credit. And a brilliant thing to say. That's exactly what Vinicius Jr. gave them here. So if Xabi Alonso can get Vinicius Jr. to press and counter press up top like this, win the ball in the second frame, a tactical ball, and then play a simple pass into the part of Abrante friend killing Luton Mbappe to score the second goal of the day, then it tells you that something nice is brewing at Football Club Real Madrid. Like I said, it's not going to be flamboyant, it's not going to be too perfect and nice. Still, I have problems with the combination of fullback and wingers. The last and Rodrigo Goes and Alvaro Carreras. I wasn't too excited about the combination, but then they are coming there. And killing Luton Mbappe has proven that he is lethal and is getting the job done. Vini Esansu go. So maybe it's not time for Vini to just go yet. Maybe it's time for Xabi Alonso to tell him something new, sell something new to him, and I think that he's going to be very, very successful. I would see my friend the Football Club Real Madrid. But on Saturday evening, Rich, Maka Asemuyo say the strength of Football Club Barcelona from last season to this season. And yet, all the focus now to the tactical strength of Barcelona, so you will be making a big mistake.
And I agree with you.
And you'll be oversimplifying the Barcelona strength. I'm strengthening a more psychological and then mental. Because you can Obi Osha gave me Biano Kutos. Oh, wait, you haven't the phone any thing.
Walk away.
Yeah.
Levante showed 2-0 in the first half.
First half.
In the second half, Wabeti, Ati, and the back account.
Last minute.
That is how tough.
Very, very tough.
Barcelona team here. And it's about tactics.
You see, tactics no honor. The emphasis is on the mental strength on the team. Who's the last season? Celta Vigo. Celta Vigo showed 2-0 first half. Atletico de Madrid make 2-0 competition. Madrid the same team 2-0 competition. And they've done the same against Levante. And that is why in front of Mundo Deportivo, Mundo say revolution Lita, the Lita revolution, talking about how Hansi Flick has transformed the side. Rich, after the game, Hansi Flick saw a mistake. Also a mistake with the starting lineup. No. This was the starting lineup for Football Club Barcelona before the first half. No. And it was Juan Garcia, Eric Garcia, Ronald Araujo, Pau Kubasi, and of course Alejandro Balde, Casado Pedri, and then of course number 10 Rafinha, because there was an absence of Frankie de Jong game, and of course Juan Sancho and Dani Olmo played Marcus Rashford, Lamine Yamal, and Ferran Torres. I liked Marcus Rashford, but in that structure, the best place wasn't for Rafinha. I think that's Hansi Flick said Rafinha is not the best number 10 for him. He is at best on the wings. He creates from wide areas and uses any athleticism to run the channels for them. Rich in the second half, Obaya Pena quickly Osisa line up no. Right in the second half, still it was Kubasi Araujo, but then brought on Eric Garcia still in there. In Finfion or the Pedri Babeshemu. And a pussy or the Gavi Babeshemu. And a pussy Pedri and Dani Olmo into the number 10. It will show baby a Pedri elbows and a shot and a say it's in an area where we know Pedri to be successful. Rich, I don't think I have to reiterate the quality of Pedri Gonzalez as a midfielder.
Super.
Yeah, and you see a Kabir. He is just magnificent. 2 touches. Everybody man in a Pia corner and the boys there. And it wasn't Lamine Yamal, it wasn't Rafinha, it wasn't Lewandowski, it wasn't the big names. It was, yes, a big name, but in a little bit subdued El Barca team who got the ball at the right place and then delivered. And Ono started the onslaught there for them. Look at his heat map yesterday, Rich. 226 passes, 94% pass accuracy for Abrantia friend Pedri Gonzalez all through the game. It's a quality display for them. They got a job done. Second goal from Ferran Torres, who got a job done, and then a big one over there also. Rich, when you say after the game, and now Marco Silva say every coach that plays against Manchester United knows how you defend. It's too easy. It's not my words. Marco Silva said it. And you make a choice if you see, last season we were 15th. Today on the English Premier League table, you are 16th. It's early days yet. So I will show you the table. But Rich, alarm bells are ringing.
ABNC.
Fine, no problem. Alarm bells for me, alarm bells are ringing.
I didn't hear.
Rich, Marco Silva after the game say, and this is what Marco Silva says. Or say, we know they play with 2 in the middle. We try to overload with our 3 plus Alex. It was as simple as that. I mean, this is disrespectful. And it's too easy. They just have to bring in Alex Iwobi centrally. Plus on the midfield trainer, 4v2. And you see numerical superiority, they had it on their side. Rich, and you could see in the team. Say United did not have a control and then a foothold of the game. Throughout the game. You could tell. I mean, there is a lot of disjoints in the Manchester United team. Rich, let me not even talk about them Fifi on what Alex Iwobi Moye and all of the tactics. Rich, for any Premier League coach to get this data, Graham Potter and Nhyira and Kabeka's were aiming team or touchline. So it's BBSC. 29 games as a Premier League manager. The whole Premier League season, he had about 38 games. So almost a full Premier League season in terms of matches. And that's 28 points.
Average 1 point per game.
That is.
Average 1 point per game.
And he had barely more.
But I'm only man who dear group out. Aquari. Me be Jinan. The vocabulary that's all FC Porto. I'm only Massa. Set up.
What's it here for?
Massa, set up. Any a poor gamer, any a boy, Massa. This is Manchester United. Johnson, who know. And you know. It's me too predictable. I don't mean a coach in the can. Too predictable. Your captain so complaining, sir. Bruno, what your penalty? So referee ground one come on. Just concentrate.
Yeah.
I'm saying a referee, and over payment at dear. What is this?
I don't understand. In the referee who payment na day.
Upper complains too much. On second captain cry. Yeah, to Groma. Is there me to him for baby and be a grooming? Why always me? If we are sitting in our time, we are sitting now.
Because of Manchester
United. And when you kakra kodama mabdo diama me. I'm reading boys boy or my what is this? Is it a book game to be baby? The phone gram to be fat. Because calls messages. What is this? Now what about 29 matches? 28 points. Now they value.
Value.
I'm already sit up. You see, me and I can't say, look, also buy an OBG team in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
It's be catch a man for say, your money time.
Yeah.
Now, uncle pre-season. On your time, and share boys in the Navy, statistics that.
Yeah.
But Kofi, mid this season, after a game, you grab any Bobono. Me should who claims is Biao.
Yeah.
BBN just said this Manchester United team will come good. BBN show.
Which, but who buys Benjamin?
Okoto, and then I come back.
Not to bench.
Okoto Benjamin Sesko. Obaya not bench.
Okay, when I was starting a Jabi alongside analysis, the first thing I said was adaptability. Adapt. And you don't go and about three back. Antonio Conte will about three back. If you have a top striker, maybe I've said several times I don't think United should have invested in Sesko. But granted, you've bought in Sesko. Bought top three, Cunha, Mbuemo, and then Sesko.
No, Uncle Fabi's man, right?
No, Bruno Mum the Airbus a 6 or say 8. Bruno is a 10. So you don't get the best out of Bruno Fernandes from there. This weekend they went
and then show no. What I mean guys in UK no. I'm a room here so on teach. On drinking cash.
It won't catch on with
me catch on so the American be translating children.
Manchester boys.
Massa, you Gruma is a many bra breno. I'm a room set up. And yes, I'm mere current have a pam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the over pam. Coach is now pam on powder or go training and no job. What is this?
Hey.
Seriously,
this is not Manchester United. The performance of Manchester United this weekend. And you see, the pressure not started building. If he doesn't start amassing points, I bet you think it becomes more difficult. Fans not, yeah.
Chelsea.
Chelsea must say from Chelsea Chelsea
unless I go through, I better have tactics nibi. No money
intervention.
And every my boys. I want need your grow. Go finish paint me now. I can't sleep.
You pay that's
because as I know no nyame. Me so mo nyame. Say who for be bia Richard. Mia India.
I gotta be good for you.
The dama yam hu. Now daddy mbuamu.
Daddy dey.
Oh, ready nyame. Daddy mbuamu. Dance am dia fa hu ni na.
Mo control kranye. Na kunya nsegu.
Only very good.
Kunya very good.
Kwani dey nyame anim. It's very
good. And that season you
are on there. Na me coach na maintenance say Benjamin Sesko and Fanning bench. Start him.
Bayanda goalkeeper.
The least said about him the better. Oh, Ampo, who again no? On say Fulham for nya kona bia na amuru masiniti ase.
But anything na
otu onu na yam hihye no.
O ye guru set visa to. But
koyen. Keeper obia. Chese Bibiani no anwan so appears and home the bi.
Who your coach na ni sir? Why don't you start Obi say Maguire or experience of Premier League ni? Sound so wa. Because the goalkeeper needs protection and he's not getting
it. And Kofi, open so who says he say yes and no.
Yeah.
A free bad a co weather.
Yeah, you serious?
Your defender.
Yeah.
In Magua.
Yeah. Second half, so now one to two.
Yakoto Benjamin Sesko, Ato Mbuemo, Ato Kuna. Now coach is on only moment they make go Manchester United.
Second half.
What sort of team is this?
A long ball so
Yakoto strikers will still yes defender and make go. Any activity. Masa, I'm a rim. Very careful.
Tottenham Hotspur was 6 points away English Premier League game. Almost away from home. I think that we said this over here was it's a match with a bit my either teams to win an over 1.5. Tottenham away, I share 2 goals to 0. Which I think the Pep Guardiola problems all last season. Maybe that's what. And I don't know if it is because I think Pep is pressing a little too much. And what Thomas Franca, he didn't shy away from the game. Honestly, go pressive. So she annotation that that's cabo this one. Thomas Frank press ball and Pap Matsa for me deserves a lot of credit. Tottenham was the team. One of the best midfielders that you get in the Premier League today. He's an African. He doesn't get spoken about a lot, but quality player in terms of covering ground, especially in the eyes of Dejan Kulusevski and the senior players. He's getting the job done. And I also think I said it 2 weeks ago. Said Thomas Frank has gotten Mohamed Kudus to play simple wing football, and everybody's seen it. Getting behind, pass the ball, no, lay off, now ball crosses tomb. That is exactly what Thomas Frank Arsenal is from 5 goals to 0. Victor Gyökeres said already on chain says Komu and chain Buemu. 2 goals in a big game, but on the night I'm winning, you know, they're not so good news. No, and they say Abrantia, your friend Bukayo Saka, any Martin Odegaard near prime. But then that is also a night Abrantia friend of Eberechi Ezeba. Say can be good for the rich. I thought this was not right. Like now first, me sorry no. I didn't really see me team. So one shey here Liverpool in Newcastle match on ball time side and then you marry, you know. A very fierce.
Because of Isaac.
Yes. And when I was going through my phone, we would say BBC for reporting. And this is what BBC saying. It feels absolutely huge. Like there is way more riding on it than just 3 points. It's really strange. It's like Newcastle are going into a game with a historical rival. And this is from a fan, Thomas Con Cannon, War Flags Newcastle fan group.
And I'm who fish and answer.
Yes. Who is a Newcastle historical rivals by Sunderland for the Black Cats? So naturally on that side. But they are rich. But Liverpool is a good omen when they go away to the time side. 17 games against them. Liverpool has won 15 and 2 draws. Which imagine Liverpool goes there tonight and beats them 2 goals to 0. Actually, what is going to happen? Yet the same lineup that the friend is Anna Slot started here. Only a Brentford friend Jeremy Frimpong and out of that lineup. Alisson, Becker, Echon, Ibu Konate, Virgil van Dijk, Milos Kekes are going to be in the team. The middle of the park, very, very good Liverpool FIFA and up top Mohamed Salah, Kitiki, and Florian Wirtz also as part of the top 3. Rich, where's your money at? Liverpool win straight up.
Newcastle with that Isaac, man, too predictable.
Yeah, and the last time I was coming to Manchester,
2 weeks.
I think that I will go for the highest scoring half to be second half. Mean to see who will win. But the second half now goes baby.
Okay.
That is what I think. I think it's a no in terms of this money. The only thing is that Chelsea phone had a breakthrough. Omaton Abrantia a friend Kani Chukwu Emeka, any Abrantia friend Aaron and Selmino Ama Dortmund. 20 million sell-on clause account whilst Aaron and Selmino are on loan. And I know Promako Kopiemu our Germany, and it's a clean sweep for Chelsea Football Club in getting the money. Which many a lot of messages asking me about this. Say, you can several times say until say Chelsea ever talk Xavi Simons no. And so omutimi nyeska. Na UEFA for sanction the buy no omutimi balancing books no. Na nka Chelsea for entini konkoto. Which it is claimed that UEFA sanction say any players be akeke. And your players at Chelsea register in the knockout phase of the Conference League. Iti Chukwu Emeka no ma sign on ma turn no. Asomeno mo, Broya mo, Sankofoni no. It's not enough. Chelsea will not be able to use that space to sign Xavi Simons. It still remains to say Abrantia, your friend Christopher Nkunku or Nicholas Jackson will go. Okay. So we're expecting that will happen. Not Chelsea for anyone will play in Abrantia friend Xavi Simons as the time goes on. I couldn't talk about the Italian Serie A, but then AC Milan, LUC.
AC Milan, then how?
It seems that weekends I make catch say I've banned myself not to add AC Milan to any slip. AC Milan and Atlanta TV, only Pesa that just came from relegation. Now about 1-1, spoiling everybody's sleep. Atletico de Madrid on Saturday, not Atlanta on Sunday. I think that and one and their matches Kakebina or Honomo. Yeah, the coach Ketwebi, Ediama, Yeti, Michelle, over Kofi Kesim, their coach no. And we Nababe Jena Koko Chebi and then Monday. But you never know. And then near my from Kakara games in Dawson. It's today that we are probably going to reach codes no a BWCEDD36 and a BWCECE5C9 BWCECEB5 and a BWCECCF525 and all of my social media handles, Fifi Manfred, Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook, baby, you'll find them there.
I am about Kobe. I mean John. Referee didn't apologize to you, so you got upset. Okay.
Yeah, fine. So where?
I mean, Egusu Shami.
Okay.
Egusu Awuchami. Okay. Come on. Can I answer you?
And then the annual Hune, Banyamin is now. Say, I miss you, there, you problem. Oh, as a woman, my BBNC.
Emma has a man for person, no press the panic air button.
The BBNC.
BBNC.
Nothing, we have more losses in the same thing.
It's Chroma and Kophobia spent over 1 billion. Crystal Palace, woman to be a show. How is saying? Chama, I'm going to do.
You see, Anna, sometimes the sad bit is that when you have to accept that Niyama Nkuyi and then you find solutions to it, then now person Oma wa no ye ding. It's not the right thing to go about. Trust me. Sometimes you have to accept. BBNC, and that's why I keep on telling you. BBNC, I didn't say nothing happened to Manchester United.
So I didn't know man.
No, remember I come Manchester United. I said, "Oh, no, course
BBNC. More Manchester.
See, I come myself. So BBNC, it is because last season, in and around our position, we in and among them. And for some of us who kept on talking about Manchester United, any problem. But there's something new today I'll tell you about our club. No? And I think the United fans should understand some of these things. May catch out the last time. The amount of money United wasted on Benjamin Sesko, especially when you have two proven Premier League attackers. It was not important. And now we see as some Fulham manager, Marco Silva after the game. It is clear that they are getting something out of Manchester United. Or when you say more a lot of weakness, or they are starting free Spanish La Liga now. I've said it several times. I am a strong believer of what Xabi Alonso would do at Madrid. And it's for one first reason. And the reason of Xavi's willingness to adapt El Madrid. Xavi Nimno as manager at Bayern for Leverkusen. He got his best times. Ne football, ne winning of trophies. Almost going and
they from Kakra. So obi tiena I say yeah angles no ne and no maybe said that yet a yimana. What is going on? And I say yeah update your studio no. And we've moved to a temporary studio Kakra, and then we will go back after Omaya Honona. Or the Koswana monitor in Shah FM. Na enchibiaya or the Mahube 2 weeks be. When we get back to your main studio now, we will the way I hold design. Yes, I want to send a way see a feather dano. You ever see a yen such a crab or Horentina? Because we are so saying Shana Michelle say angles no any no may be a different kakra is because your temporary studio CCA and my main studio no yen such a come a bit blow my Indiana what yes are Eddie Amaye rich. Not only Fifi what Barcelona has been doing, especially under Hansi Flick, and you were talking about a mentality now. Ubekaya last season, I have said it. I've say, aside the intensity, players are Hansi Flick are greedy. Team no born no born philosophy or Matthias here. Confidence and what team no Rich, the number one attribute of this Hansi Flick Barcelona team is the mindset. And Rich, AI too much. AI too much.
Today them guys on my view.
AI Osemi Musa will jubilate to a Facebook. Rich, AI too much. First of all, you are always worried for Barcelona highline no more bonus. In games, there is a big disadvantage of the highline, no, because setting be any steady year, especially they in football, a friend of war pass and they Ghana on the sea, a friend of 1-2, no. So one case of the long ball, and I was all the bar, and I will be able to mama my off. Now, I is over ball war passer, they will create problem for Barcelona. And you're starting season, Rich, only 2 matches in the away. But Levante could exploit Barcelona a high line. Almost 2. Second one, which was a penalty now, referee is bad insanity. It is always going to be controversial. But Rich, the fact of the matter, and they say, whether bad and insanity than who was a deal, you could see a certain stretch of the arm, no? And Bona Abrantana Bono, it was going straight into the post. And you understand why the referee will say, VAR, there was a certain stretch of the arm on a kakra from body, and the shot was on target. And to say, if you are preventing a goal, yeah, and you bet my BBA for and the ma Otimi, Ejesa, Panatini, Etia Barcelona. Now, Rich, concerning the mentality, Shadi Barcelona mentality, a CPR marriage, even their social media admits. Are aware of it. This is FC Barcelona, Rich, or more official Twitter handle, 50 million. Ubeje say, who said Levante share penalty right before the halftime. Rich, look at what Barcelona at the Minico post here. 2-0 down, no problem for us.
Meaning when never sabet me.
Yes. Even the admin in him say, look. This team, we've seen this before. Even Real Madrid, they say 2. First half now, it is just 4-2. And for me to write 2-0 down, no problem for us. It just said, the capabilities of this Barcelona team. And Rich, in all honesty, it is becoming too much. But before I move on, Rich, you can't be lucky all the time. You can't. And Barcelona bepe be the way omu defend they know, and the young comfort they should do it quickly. And what I observed from the game, they say, Rich, Inigo Martinez was really helping us with the understanding of your backline. And without him, Araujo, but it will take some time, Kakra. To get into some level now, Inigo Martinez and Kubasi, a partnership no Etienne. You could clearly see say Araujo is struggling with your high line, no any the understanding of the line. I bet me at the ball and comfort offside no. Christensen was okay, but me judging because Obayano Rich Barca thrown caution to the air, and we wanted to just get the win out of the game, and we were pressing Levante for the There was a lot of defensive duties, and also here. Rich, Inigo Martinez behind, but this Barca team and your mentality, super. Rich, how many times, and I was here, Kylian Mbappe, and Ney as the face of Real Madrid. So, every Real Madrid post. Be talking positive about the team, Rich. They are using this image. And we said, Mekai Pa. The reason why I always bring this back and say, Mekai, when they were bringing him, now you're discussing who is going to be the poster boy because Vinicius was in his seat as the king. honum. Am I a cast say look, Kylian Mbappe or a special piece. Rich, last season, even though Real Madrid and said that you know, he won the top scorer in the Spanish La Liga. And this season, he has started again. 2 goals and the last time Real Madrid we were in YouTube, so it wasn't a convincing win against Mallorca. He got the only goal. And he Rich, I say the Real Madrid is about Kylian Mbappe. Number 2, me who Madrid lineup no. I thought Vinicius a pra. But game when they start see when they come and go to bench one, and I'm so watch you. And Xabi Alonso is starting Masanstuano, any bench a friend who did go the goals on the flanks with Vinicius as the main player leading the up front, you know. Now Fifi was trying to let us understand something. Rich, Xabi Alonso intelligently is implementing the three back, you know, or Real Madrid, but not in their nominal positions. And it's also the moment Real Madrid extra so bobo ni biano. Abranche friend Chomani hardly. And who's or stepping into deep midfield because he always had to stay in between the center halves, which Enra was Dean Hudson and Rudiger. To make the tray back, send the wing backs and can move very, very up our park. So, and see, gradually he is finding a way to do the tray back now. Why are you used to our buying of Oliver Cousin, but this time at Stima, your friend Real Madrid. Again, Rich. When you saw Danny Carvajal starts, then Trent Alexander-Arnold on the bench. Because we've also discussed it. Said Trent's decision to move to Real Madrid, especially with Carvajal still in that team. I saw Kochabo.
The football politics.
Yes, I saw Kochabo. But at Liverpool, he was the king there. And the ABS, the English media are not feeding on it. But Rich, if it becomes consistent, say, only Carvajal be chabo, and even say Carvajal be fit, na obe bench Trenta, you hear from the English media, especially Liverpool both on what Trent has done in terms of the decision. And Rich, say no me koso sa Carvajal on should ni opposition bebre. Ewo Spanish national team for the World Cup, but Trent. So nobody will even mention him in England. Say Thomas Tuchel and World Cup already at Liverpool, even at the heydays and the club, he was always a subject of debate. It was easy for you to say he was the best right back in the English Premier League, any England national team, you know. And look at Rich, Trent may come back to review the decision to go to Real Madrid because look, Carvajal, Rich, quality player, quality with experience. And now they will see more game, no super performance from team I friend Real Madrid and the ability of friend Kylian Mbappe. Rich, me real Premier League. Now I am introducing the usual me with this picture and your analysis here because under no circumstances will I do analysis on Everton. But Rich, Everton movie called new stadium, and coincidentally, omubo first official game at Goodison on the 24th of August 1892. Rich, I don't know whether it was planned, but when they moved from 1892, no, so about the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Almost Stadium Rich, their first game is again on the 24th of August. This is the stadium.
Brighton.
Super stadium. Now Rich, seeing him say a Goodison Park, and we move it to a new stadium. Rich, me, in all honesty, say your weekend we are. Now me name say new stadium. No, this is the name. Hill Dickinson. So me when I'm saying Hill Dickinson there, what does it stand for? And I'm saying okay, let me go and research. Rich, me go research here. Hill Dickinson is a commercial law firm. It's a law firm. And they are giving Everton 10 £10 million every year for the naming rights.
Hey,
you see how these people think.
No, stadium.
No,
we are the Impono
rich. Say any clubs now. The NSA is struggling for Sika.
So yenye
what's in the stadium now? You only can go best stadium. Only scan ball almost £750 million. What's in the stadium now? You're rich, but to commercialize the venue, get money to look after the venue. At least you better take the car and see no bino. Everton, it was just say Everton come on, rich. Omuni penny for they don't have legends. I will commit to the stadium. Not to almost say yeah, they are to Baba any adeno. They saw the naming right $10 million every single year. And Omoji from the commercial law firm. Now only the job I work. Me come a picture we are University of Ghana Stadium. Look, the university is University of Ghana. Everybody knows University of Ghana. Utia ye when you're a monument to be a stadium. Then you name it University of Ghana Stadium. For what? Now, Rich, since I completed this facility, look at the number of games about Premier League matches. And now, after playing the top 4 there, you see Democracy Cup and Sebaba in the last bear rich in the last year for the 1 year. Ghana, we are sports host. Stadium bear pioneer matches for her. It's in this stadium. And we are always mentioning the stadium name. You think no commercial institution will have wished say and Kayabo University of Ghana on the top 4. Oh, young free reporter, University of Ghana Stadium, on the all African games. Yes, I know money holding in. Rich, you think say MTN would not have love say yes, see MTN Arena gone. And they will pay for that. Look, I tell me I'm afraid you see no me film one. Rich, you see no money ye. Now Rich in the game now also was share. Everton and Brighton. Everton won 2-0. But there was a game-changing moment when Brighton phoned a penalty. Rich, we've always said it. The way Mafuni pay attention to details. Before, what about penalty? Now, Everton for a goalkeeper. Pickford, I could pick in a water bottle. At the end of all, Rich, you can see from the pictures.
Ana taso penyanidin ade Carlo Ancelotti wano nam aye head coach adema the Brazilian national team pato Deslasan was wadi aye ne squad ade bae na utimi se players ni bi antimi ampiem ne nada enyama beto da pato abranta ni din ade Rodrigo Goes ana Fevini Junior wo mo nyina antimi ameki into the squad wo beka last week me ba beka to say yes Carlo Ancelotti asi okọ Brazilian yonum no aye the Brazilian league no wo players bi wo ma o pese otomo and so here now for home mandembo say ebi betimi abo na satimina and team another call up ne baya me pato name DMP mo name ade ne de reporter men seka say eyepra ana chese teacher branteno and team another kobisa Carl Ancelotti say adenti ana ne man pm no so be last week mo ho ana ne ma enya hits kakra name anso de obi anim name dada wo hia say ye fe na ye kwakobo no ma say oye test aye player okwo so betimi abo and tis a cobasa say no home fana and yes a tinchina yamano as less nema for quine na omusun to be amwana amwa and it is ebia one who name was quadima nina say wa pick up a problem kakra and no a reporter me pato efi nema and na Africa Lancelotti akatem adi aba e wo dumade so na no pay me katre kakra na so ediama me pato makwa Atletico Madrid na makwedin koma kakra e wo Atletico na anopay wonder Metropolitano yes meeting beba so na meeting eba so na your opinion din edikil I am mawin me pato give mawin onom ana okwa des you can say Atletico Madrid in terms of fire recruitment ana for the supporting direction no opinion ana for Carlos Busero wo mu nyina kaumbe another reporter men saka say yes na wo mu wie omu training na wo mu anso ene Diego Pablo Simeone ebe sia na meeting no mu kwakosia no kwabna ne nyina say Atletico Madrid players ni bi ko se na bi o metima top players ni bi aba be sem na no da krampo e ba sa yasi Everton pa branche de kono Galaga ata so be samba Premier League ni mo ni nyina ye de so mo kwadwene ho na fe so mo players a Atletico Madrid sa 9 days ya aka sa na transfer window etimi aba na bi e no o mo so etimi conclude ente no ye reporter atotwa e wo dwumade so na no pe no ye de won ko ba kakra adi adam wo me pato record bi atotwa e wo peso na record na atotwa no eno ye the Brazilian Brasileiro eno anso yo mu league na mo bono yes no the Flamengo for ati aye team and din adi Victoria kwabna Victoria foi wo mo tomo bomo tena pole nwatwe yes ko aye Brazil wo mu league na mo bona abakosam wo bia no wati team bako asa ne nwatwe da enti no the Flamengo bobo kono wo mo chasampa wo makobo FIFA Club World Cup aba enti ejan wo so no da eno aye recorder eno so etoda na no da beka mba katos ba mantego ano mo to abranta ni din ade Samuel Ayelino pato Samuelino no da yesu obo praise enya 3 assist ho ama Pedro wono so enya 3 goals enya 1 assist in team another 2 players womo kwa SA 5 goals involvement no between sa 2 players no me pato ni nyina no ansum akokoye be 9 goal na tesa mo so no contribution in fact akoye ade emoma no reporter etotwa wodumadi so na no pe no yade won koba kakra ade edan wo wanhyehyɛ ahodo nyina so na yɛntɔ ne kakra na yɛnkɔ anime reporter men seka wanhyehyɛ ahodo nyina so ɛsɛ ɛna transfer window yɛhwɛ anim sɛ at the end of the week ɛsɛ etimi conclude ne hu baabia obia nso ɛkɔ ɛne Alexander Isaac ɛyɛ one transfer dodo na hwɛ anim ɛna fe yuan ɛyɛ wisa wɔn nso ɛyɛ one player Mankei ɛwɔ Crystal Palace yɛhwɛ sɛ wobɛtimi movie afe Jaledi Donnarumma Alejandro Garnacho Nicolas Jackson afe Christopher Nkunku Rasmus Hojlund Javier Elliott a Liverpool player and afe Kobe Menum ababeka ho and to Uber Premier League ma top air players ha eso munya baby ko anana no pay ya kan che kakra e de ama wanse shawo do so but me ko Inter ekwedi nkoma kakra ewo Italy reporter menseka esa Inter Milan bobo kono wo mu ewo panyani din e de Piero Asirio nano da mbada kato sa Hilal bobo kono e pro panyani din atasa wo mu hwese wo betima ba be adwuma no e de ama na nkoma kakra menseka esa panyani din de Simeone eye Inzaghi wonu akacha Hilal bobo konse so mu hia sporting director obetimi ama the sporting director no aya kama padia wo mu nya Piero Asiria obetimi aya adwuma kama adamamo yase no ada meeting kakra esamba so na nkoma no ba bia dunie yeso maka to pain se wo mema na 5 million euros a year 5 million euros a year after bonuses kakra enso eka ho na nkoma ewo aya Inter ese anka so pain ekwa aya na assistant no ana nkompa so mo di adwuma no enso edema no reporter men seka ese se Piero Asirio kra enso ekwa wo pain na nkacha so mo hwese wo metimi di adwuma no edema na aya na bade atie no kwabna reporter men seka ese ono so wo muta so munya no kra eka ho a ankacha se sani pa mienu no nyina enko aya Hilal na omonko ya adwuma no enfama omontia no ye reporter mensa eka wo adwuma die so na no pe no meka che kakra edi ama wo adwuma die so na yentwene kakra abranta ne dia di Lucas Vasquez enkoma kakra mensa eka ese oko by no for Leverkusen na wakwa koye adwuma no edi ama mfoma mad the player no me pato ye right back ento mo chase womunya no ewo aya me pato Bano for Leverkusen eduma ni nyina ba kama edi amoma no ata ana mensa kan nwumne mu ho Sabranta de dia de Leo Messi ana fe ho di aba womunya pick up injury na yase omaye okay woma start training enti na Inter Miami boboko no ehwenim se Atlanta womuni aya Orlando ana edi be se no mo he se sa 2 players no ebetime sia kan ade ama Inter aya Miami boboko no eni am the time se kan ewo eduma de no da me pato abranta de din edi Hugo Iketike wonum enya gold ma Liverpool eye boboko no William Santana me nsa no mo boy edi tie Newcastle boboko no abranta sense oba 3 matches 3 goals anatasa akoda nya na uhwemo padia Community Shield wonya go afa Premier League and also ni debut game wonya go ansa na the second air league game edi ma Liverpool boboko no another abranta no esa enya go ti with Mr. Abranta sense wo 20 Liverpool bobo kono ade ma nyina na ya kama ade ma huko iketike wono so die ne kakra ne Dani Ceballos aye mad the player and koma kakra men saka so no ko Olympic Dumase eno ye friendly gan aye club na koma men saka say 15 million euros eno aye scatter say kwakoramo initially ne dia ye loan deal ana branta ne kobo but obligation to buy no enso ho eba so mbeto na sana so 15 million Olympic Dumase enso atimetwa ya say en koma na kwani ye pa ama branta ne benya ko enti no so nkram kakra ne na me ko bayana yase no ada bayana ye meet him na Bayern Munich omu meet no mo ye no me pato for players ho ana fe transfer window no na no ada na ka 10 days enti omo se 10 days aka no so omu timi ho omo transfer no omu future ni ye omu nya clear vision of baby on person omo de Bayern bobo ko no enso ko enti anu ada opanya ni din e de Maxebo no ho ana fe Oliane so no so ho Sebastian aye Herbert na pato na peso opanya enso e ho ana tesa omo edin koma na aye kama Jean aye Christian Desin me pato no omo nyina Robert Hena omo nyina din koma me pato omo koma kakra yase Bayern fo edi ya se player ba ko omo pe no Nicolas Jackson na kwan on be fa so on be to Jackson no yase anu ata omo fe Chelsea some meeting ma and yase omo tweet telephone fe Chelsea bi sa se omo bi se aso na Nicolas Jackson say ana ne wonsam esitia akoba so on be ton Jackson se no on be ediamamo kwan be na omo Bayern boboko no se omo fa so a ebe ma Chelsea adia Jackson mu enso ediamamo yase no ada ye nkomo omu edi ya but Bayern adwene pa yase one person omo to abrante no na omo ntimi entwa sika pa dia ene anka bi anka London ana anka omo fa no emfem aye omo ebi omo bolo ni wi ansana omo nso etime decide yase Chelsea say abrante so beton ne pa dia eye 80 million pounds unkra 80 million pounds ha me pato Nicolas Jackson e ma no ho enya de so omo beton no edina ma ho emom no se Bayern for per pa dia na say ye loan dealer mpato obligation to buy no be ho enya fi na Bayern akoda ne ball loan wi a won ba be decide so beton na so mo nto no so munya gitum say obligation to buy no won be master cross no aye adwuma de Nicolas Jackson anopay ene omo no so ebe ko Bayern na wetima kwa kosia kan enso ede amamo enkoro kakra meti ye ewo aye Christopher Nkuku de ne yese Bayern for say akoda no ni sika no wosoro pa ni wages no agina woso sisi ameka say okwa Chelsea wadi 195,000 pounds a week 195,000 pounds a week ana Christopher Nkuku ade yese Nkuku edi nkoma sese ekoma sese sika no agino ana ebi ebe ye tene dia ma Bayern boboko na oka tom say wono so ebe kat ni wages ni kakra obetiti ni sika so sane ebe ya ebetima ma na kwanya na fe wasia kan ede ma Bayern Munich boboko no enum nkoma kakra pacho Christopher Nkuku efia brant na katide ba emom Chelsea se ne bo pa no 40 million pounds 40 million pounds inti yase Bayern for after meeting no wo mo dwene ho afa no mo the official bid ade ba Chelsea na fe wo metima hwe se ebia ade no bekoye ade amama eno ada Inter Milan boboko no ade se omo wo so ntena polypolinum ama omo so omo open game ene ma akoye ade mamo na na no penkoma mensa aka sa brant na ne ma nyina akoye ade ama brant na din ade Marcus Thuram eno ada onyago se but amama no opportunity our YouTube no we be sa brant na so ti wasa wo fia ne ma me ne papa se tikase ade omo din koma kwa omo be fra omo fra Marcus o omo ya no matem etire wo hembeje enti kwabena wase ni ti sa tikase na no ada ode pimbo mu ama ba ko se na second one de ode pimye ana Tottenham ho no so de tinim ama point to baby ne ma me ane papa to do ka tom se etire no heno ana hego no enti no ada ano aye Marcus Thuram koma kakra wono so adi eba no ada me patolo Talo Martinez enso akasa Martinez se yanka mo bianta se namuda wo mo ko FIFA Club World Cup ana Africa no UEFA Champions League aniama Amsterdam for amfama mo mudi nkomo ye pa ama players ni jomo komo Christian Chivo ata so ye new head coach no ene o makasa pinti sisi do few sisi no wo mo pon aniama enso be sesa no ye nkoba kakra etotwa e wo dwumadi so anopai okotima ni dim adi aye PSG yes Vitinha enya de se this samai obe movie akoba bia enya de so akoba bia watna ya matasa niama enso atimi akoye kama e de ma na e wo PSG boboko no enu aye Vitinha enkoma kakra to dwane kobi menu say wo pe 180,000 pounds a week it's as a Manchester United and fani nyahwe say United person na no ye contract sense in dia and no man 180,000 pounds a week and that's how part their contract sense no yes abantani ya na adwen so obeye wono so pe ba bia ko ene so nkoba kakwane yazi said the Man City wo mu any PSG agreement no mo ya rete esansa na PSG bobo kodo eso mbede 50 million euros for abantani de jigi dinaruma but no pay reporter mensaka ese wo mo so soften ayo mo stance kakra obo cheso adano cross city at the bay 30 to 35 aye million euros ba abanto mbetana manaba city aye bobo kodo no aso nkoba kakra etoja ewo dwumade so na ro pay no me prache kakra edi ama ewo dwumade so me pata eno da Liverpool wo mo ebo 3 goals Ryan Gravenberch Hugo Ekitike ana aferuo ingomoha me pata brantere enya go enso edi mo maniama eye kama de mo nhihye ahodo nyina sa brantere din edi Anthony Gordon wonum edi record ana afe Bruno Guimaraes ana afe eye Osula enso enya go edi Newcastle bobo kono na eno da wanseruo ingomoha abrante na ye record yesi sisi obaba ye player otoso 9 ateso sa o Premier League nima eniema ekoye ediema no atese no adam besisi so kakra anso de manta brante obaba toso 9 but yesi and since 2002 player bia no wanya 16 years wababa sia kan na teso no so anya go o Premier League num doye bi da aye gwanruni ana na teso onum anso aye sa record no eni ana teso brante din anso edi ruo ngomoha enso baba ye dia twasunti ade yankoma kakra ni anano pe no ede kakra enso ede edan wo ebre ni afa enti ye di si ha ne sa bera yesi Rodrigo akate Zabi Alonso se opeso alternative no wanya na ade so opeso okoba bia opeso try se eniema be koye ede man Alexander Isak nkoma no eno so ebetwa so na yetimi edi Piero Hair Campi reporter men se kan se Arsenal edi nkoma ni ya omo so ehwese wo metimanya Piero Hair Campi na etima ko Borussia Dortmund enso edi nkoma ye party se wo mo hwese on be ko Vuontren na Fabio Silva wo mo so etimi akwakonya akoda no kwabra talent George so yesi oko Roma boboko no enti ebra no header ni yafa ma yamfa ensia na fifi eni ayala nso emfa onko the tactical front na eni nkoma kakra so no live on YouTube eno ye Nhyira TV. The question of the day say between Graham Potter and afe Ruben Amorim kwabna wana yebedi kan pamona kane wadwene mu hwan ana chese yebedi kan apamona no amuzu p. Question of the day Graham Potter and Ruben Amorim hwan ana ye coach yebedi kan enso apamono na do comment no edi abanaja yakenkan kakra enso edi amount.
Okay, into Jumedian is 4.5 or how now say 10:33 young na Fifi Manfred and na Bismarck who's been paya la mekame na in church in some emfa emama amane nsam ene eye afisam to join live our YouTube Nhyira TV uba subscribe send be ya anytime bia no yeba live also betimi enya notification but so wutie dwumadie ena no pay a miguso ameka o se tete honmo gramophone plate ni yeto it is a wutie me na owo eye high life ana eye afrobeat tie enchechemu ni yese ne be a odi plate ne ba obehu the specific type a yepe company na ope gramophone air plate na to no ose de di kan ope high life ana afrobeat so on plate e wo na e in good shape fabra ye beje ne ato e dia mawo second and say say around the 70s and the 80s sabre no eduma no mo bo afrobeat ne high life no obetimi dia ba na eno nso yato e dia mawo ye mpa brofo de enti say bia ukura Ghana de Nigeria ana say African plate obetimi dia ba in good shape nko ade a fabra sisi na ye nto enso enfamanti wo bi na wutie mi ampacho fe number sisi na one company no eni ho enkomo 0544 055 355 wo bi amanu ho ensei is gabem pa fabra na yento enso emfa emao Rush energy drink enso ewo dwasoma catch so benum energy drinker mananya Rush san say ginseng wom caffeine wom emao extra awale emao so timi de adwuma kama nti bi kra na wo sorry yi so apomide ne niam nhyeda nkoyi aso honam nhyeda nkoyi so mimisa no pem sorry na dear man said, I grab up. Me num, I rush energy drinking. I'm why dear. I bet I may be program coming. Tea. Also, Kotobi Nanom, na a bet me, and so Abwa ye palm, a bibiano. I could say the onzo, opese echo, and so Eddie, Emma, and Anopema, Yanko, Dr. Foucault Herbal Clinic, our Pechi #1. Na Dr. Foucault say, Uti Media, Fasho team said, Yami Adama on the 1st of September, next month, yay, at the copy on the 5th, Ayadia on so organize a 5 days health air program. I will end a catch one wash in the baby. And it would be say, the first 20 people, I almost bet me a corner. Full package, you bet me the amount for the day. Na yasho kama pa na otuya aye 300 song. There's also to me at the Jew code. Na okoji aye saying and so at the free aye Doctor Foucault Herbal Clinic. Aye Pechi #1. Apart from that, no, yasha yari bebre STIs, hepatitis B, hepato stroke, hypertension, diabetes, fibroid, hernia, sciatica, nindina. Oko aye Dr. Foucault Herbal Clinic ebe na ye yini na afi ho enso etimi ediama bia na odi shebi oto ensa numbu mpasa mo boa no oja ensa no ma ni na no mo ba Dr. Foucault ho a obabua amansa no ni na no nipa krono enso ebetimi ejai upenchire mu bia eche wi a eno an so be friend number yi 0550023419 na money Dr. Foucault eni komo ene anope na P phones and accessories my catchrow say chroma de baby abefe bi obi ase we bi phone shop nanso enye baby an ewura koto eye phone open original phone. The emphasis is on original a sign ne bono enso owo form no make am for eye na P and the amount open Samsung, open Nokia, open Tecno, Infinix ana tablet and kodai tablet ya omri social de ni nan original ones and na ekofa de afra bruchiri e de aba ye ton e de ama o de wo ba na usika ne bia unya ni na ha bia full payment u dimi nye o de per half ne fabra o ba make sure say Ghana card e kan ho na ya je Ghana card no ai bibia kama de aka ne be spread de ama no otua ne kakran kopim say onso betimi atua awie make say promotion nso no egusu akoso wura na P oto ade a na ade che no enso enamu branded t-shirts books ene pens nkore be school yi obetimi de amom na ono nso no ede akọ school afeesi kaboten 5,000 Ghana cedis ene niema P ka ho na ye che ewo na P phones and accessories entibra na abeto phone dina ewo yen akache komase dum your baby miensa de kan asida house media hona osabetumi akan ewo ho sanso na edum 2 no obi ba jeke building nim eno nso opposite Prudential Bank osabetumi akan mo na edum 3 no PZ nana akwasi agema building nim a ubiso bia obekrew nana P phones and accessories techiman kaso atamale nkran also o ha betumi akọ na onsa atimi akan mo 0533093422 na mono eni enkomo kamfo saba mesha eno nso withdraw kan ye nu brain ya keka ne ma de abomu a ye de sa droi eno nso sa ya de bebre ya de ya ma me no ansere ni nyina efi ya de nti ena me kamfo saba mesha e de ama na no pay chronic diseases be to say BP and diabetes ye be ni na afio infections outdoor sanso na wo liver problem bia fabra na akoto adra ya tuni din kamfa se ba me sha nanom edra nyimna wontimi na ota complaining wo stomach issues ni na no kamfa se ba me sha kotobi na ebetimi aboa wie pa kumase na wa obetimi akofa demense sie colinac ana gilico pharmaceuticals ewo santa se hona no okwa atie form nsabetimi aka kemfo se ba mesha adroi na onso atimi anom 0245455740 na waji adroi bi tap send app no dia brochefo na ayusunti country bia wo bia se wo US wo Canada in fact Europe bia wo bia no download tap send our phone so na sika bia odi be fie no me pacho ayusi tap send first send ebra upomo code hono bo inshare fan fashion send be ya sika bia wo send eba no yɛntew kaprakra enso emfa emfiri eye ofono enso eso na as part of eye CCC family man no yene eye Riverman Air Production enso aka ediabuma ene the original an original Uncle White play no enso eba so awo eye CCC auditorium a ona dwumadie enso eba a play song na yetimi enso yi edi ama eye and sorry man mo nso mo nka sorry ho na no vado bia enso ebetimi aba ACCC auditorium na onso etimi aba behwe bi awo eye eja na dwumadie no enyume no nsia sharp na edi ahyehyɛ so eye Sunday 31st of August eye part of eye CCC family man no na edi sa play enso edi eba so a Uncle White any team no enso ebe play da the attendant say dwumadie no yatuni din love on the ropes eno eye the no so etimi eda so awo ho na okọ ACCC asori na mesel o petikita eye 100 cities na so so etimi ede abe dem onkọ asori media obetua eye 150 Ghana city na so so etimi ede anya ticket ticket no okọ poku trading adum Kingdom bookshop KNUST Continental supermarket awo eye ayeduase na CCC asori ho na so no kwa ticket ni bi awo ho open chire mu bi eche we a 0547640110 na onso onomo eninkomo makacho say e say coke no 300 ml no eye 5 cities be na on say timi enso account de kama panti oye a lover of a coca oni je a coke no mo a me pacho me kamfo eye 300 ml no enso timi e de ama 5 cities na wajo de kama pa taste no enso etimi ehye yi a anopai amo ene afufuro pi na amo aso yasena Tuesday edition of Nhyira Digital Passports YouTube Nhyira TV that's routine konyam na yedi mama nko fifi Manfred ho na yen started discussions no mamo ene anopay bra YouTube Nhyira TV oba subscribe na anytime bi I chance ya wonso timi enya aye video and Newcastle and Liverpool what a game was one game ni bi ade bra na started discussions with them of course transfers and so on some our and Abrante Ngumoha 90+10 every 11 minutes and a torso ya bon 90 minutes every ya sambo 11 minutes not the torso ya boom 10 you be game no be a game na draw 8-2 and Ngumoha 16-year-old boy ever said the third goal at the ma Liverpool omutiminya win Kofi. Good morning.
Good morning. I
want to say,
okay. So once there is that, every other thing is fine.
Sure.
We'll be okay.
Yeah,
we'll be okay. Now, which do you agree? Say, Abia Unio be a football come and Omo ball match viewing centers no. Any TV room for no. In fact, say name just say student TBA to KN was shuttle simikwa echo trauma exams are. Do you ever agree with the people that tell you say any old football come and say we emotional only on we are
emotions.
Rich, football is an emotional sport. You can never take emotions out of football. Especially from the fan point of view. It will be a debate watching a Chakwemu 4 lanes, and they've done things that they're not supposed to do. Football is purely emotion.
Because of football.
Rich, and run your Newcastle for the year. Yes, but it was emotions. And your logical, I didn't know. Newcastle for using the emotions of Nyamu Liverpool for the and you see. And we are not judging whether Newcastle for are wrong and I say Liverpool are wrong. No. It's an analysis on what went on the day. Rich, when Sky Sports started their broadcasts, I decided to follow because I wanted to get exactly Nyekoso on the ground. According to Sky for Rich, all through social media, Newcastle fans were beginning to goad the League of Who fans. Say, in fact, and the born here Babeboro. Yeah, Bebu Bia. Be that. and it's an emotional game. Rich, when you go to Newcastle's Twitter account, and I'll show you the video, Newcastle 4 hours before the game posted a video as if on the Champions League final. And you're gonna be posting you in your Newcastle's official Twitter account. And I'm gonna call them to go and literally go to the fans to come and make the place difficult to play. Rich, what will be our ball game, especially Big Six now? What could St. James Park who are doing that?
No.
Now, as I saw your big team, I want the best player in them. Because if you are not so old, you need to evaluation, you know. Player number training, player and say, oh man, it was that. It was a super emotional game from get-go. And Rich, this is a picture of Anna Slot. Almost go through in this part. Usually fans any one of them. Their entire friend is safe zones now. Teams the bus ever big now. The fans don't have to come there. Oh my barricade. They are here baba Adibino. Rich, in the fans, Newcastle fans they go free chromo. Ejina barricade nechi. Booing on his slots. Letting them know say, and you're born out the ball. Yes, play of football. But we are hurt as a people. And then we are coming to let you know. Rich, look at baby on my second one. I see. Immediately and a slot go down from the bus or share fans to ooh. Then decide to go up and turn off the staircase after the and a slot is right. You will there in my head. I said in my head, say, and a slot wako diesel go through my plan if you no. Rich, they go into the game. And just before the game starts, Newcastle phone unveiling a banner. In the banner, it is written, nothing is achieved alone. We are a city, a whole population. We are Newcastle United. So they always say, oh, you never work alone. We say, fine, no problem. We know that you will not achieve anything alone. So we are not alone. In your anthem, we say you don't work alone. Yes, you're cramped here and for. We are a whole city, and then we are coming in to come and get the job done. Rich, after the game, Sky Sports Corner, they went back to Anna Slot to ask Anna Slot about game tactics. Anna said the game was not tactical. That's what I'm telling you, that the game was purely emotional. Purely emotional, purely mental.
And your supporters know wow.
Yeah.
Players.
Even on it, yes.
Anthony Gordon tackle on Virgil van Dijk.
We are coming there. In front of
Let's tackle.
So that those that are enjoying us on YouTube, they will enjoy it in a chronological order. And Slot said the game was not tactical. He said there was nothing tactical. Now, in the number of throw-ins, any corner kicks, any free kicks about game. If I tell you, you will be shocked. Newcastle made the game so. They intentionally made the game transitional. They made it purely about duels. And you see, maybe Liverpool for would think that it was a difficult game. It was always going to be difficult. Naturally, who can wait to the St. James Park adding for you to win games? And then you are playing against a wounded St. James Park. It was going to be a difficult one. You see, Rich, before this Ryan Gravenberch goal, Liverpool lose almost every duel that they were going into.
Newcastle never bowling
physically, they were just aggressive.
Yeah.
And Mimaka, in conform with the football home, especially from scouting a player point of view. Me say me, if I'm scouting a player, now umame 10 players and they be asking me catch me and Nakwame. Say players are very technical. Out of the 10 players, if there's one of them are physical, none a ding, and they are willing to work hard for the team, I'll take them. Do you know why? Because and then in the morning, and then we are saying, who players for me technically good? I mean, never brave. Kwasuka, Kosofolai, Meduma, go everywhere in the world. You will find a lot of technically gifted players. What you don't have is players who are willing to be aggressive and die for the match.
And I Bruno
Gamara as of Newcastle. Yeah. Or say go no Kodika fast now, or did they kind of skin? I was wondering what he was telling them. Or catch up say Mojano, Newcastle Mojana. I said, yeah. I was moved yesterday by the game. Throughout the game, Michel gave me a message, what a game, all throughout. Right, quality stood out when Liverpool needed something. Ever matching him. First off, from the starting lineup, it appeared to me that Arne Slot understood the assignment. Which assignments been an outcome or Kwakwa against Newcastle away from home. Already, only Newcastle born a modern. Right back in a branch of Jeremy Frimpong out of the game. I am thinking that even if Jeremy was available for this game, Arne Slot probably wouldn't have played him. So he went into a regular 4-3-3 Liverpool 4-2-3-1 nominal. But at right back, Liverpool right back, Dominico Szoboszlai. Play Dominico Szoboszlai as number 3. You're all board at right back. And McCann several times say, one of the reasons in Liverpool beating the league now me a little bit quiet, was because at the number 10 position that Fran Vietu play, he still doesn't have that intensity, He doesn't have the counter pressing ability and then the ability to cover large ground for the team now. Now I see that Dominico Szoboszlai at the moment. So Arne Slot realized that body Rakobono, me have Fran Viet's creativity. But Jeremy Frimpong, what they are, main first intensity of a branch friend Dominico Szoboszlai Mameka because in FIFA, Ryan Gravenberch is coming. Added Hugo Ekitike, Mohamed Salah, and Cody Gakpo to make the top 3. So Arne Slot understood the assignment. And Rich, boy, oh boy. Who else? Gravenberch, yes, the first game with the red card in the first game away. Then Oba Bonukwa without that can put in the Liverpool first game against Bournemouth. And he comes in this one out of nothing.
Any chance?
Maybe really he is trying to tell Nkofo Bebre who said so Ekosi say winning of the best midfielder in the league last season justified. And he scores that goal. Liverpool are pumped up 35th minute. At this point in time, Newcastle for now they've not gotten a goal. Liverpool have gone up away at their friend is saying St. James Park and Rich, look at the emotions on their faces. And Gravenberch. And this was in front of the home Newcastle fans, pumped up, very, very aggressive, willing to let everybody know. Then this is situation. You see, emotions, like I said, a footballer day. But in that, this is how I wanted to conclude the whole thing. So when you see emotions in anything football, use emotions the right way. Anthony Gordon did not use the emotions the right way. And do you know why? People have forgotten. Anthony Gordon is an Evertonian of the Merseyside hobby. He's on the blue side of Merseyside. It's naturally Liverpool and the better rival. On Liverpool as them. And also a team in the northeast of England who feel like they have been robbed of their best player in Alexander Isak in Liverpool. And no Anthony Gordon, early the lines not for them. Rich, this tackle was a pure red card. You couldn't say anything about it. Yes, the intention was probably not there. ABI the house or tries to be in every tackle on him. But then at the end of the day, it was just a ball where Anthony Gordon forgot to understand that he had to also stay wise and on the opposite side of emotions and be careful. Say, oh, the red card. Rich, what's your first goal? With the red card, emotions in your side, but you are losing. Rich, your Coco Shevana, it was it. Then we come back from halftime, 46 minutes. Uge Kitika announces again. Rich, the boy is guru. Yeah. I remember when Chelsea was scouting Uge Kitika, I told you, say, see, Liverpool for only
the ball playing striker.
No.
Whatever, ball no mommy.
Yeah, on the topic and he runs in behind. Everybody that I read scout report of Alexander Alf, who were getting from said that, a younger version of Isak, and they believe that with time because clinical. We look at the finishing and the inside of the foot. Very precise. Pum. Haaland move for there. Yes, the space, but Haaland that's elbow shot. He is more precise with inside foot. Reach. First game against Bournemouth, Unyani go. The game against Crystal Palace, our community shield Unyani go. And then Enranajo to give Liverpool the cushioning 2-0 again the French international Abrantia your friend Hugo Kitiki. Rich, after the red card. Now we are part of Incophobia to send your name against a game near Poana.
I'm just saying so far.
I said, I'm a short time.
I'm buying a Liverpool service.
And I said, say, Edmonesi.
That time, what against Lemon?
Yeah.
Order from a camera.
2 goes to 0.
In front of your supporters. Back off.
Which was the Newcastle players near the house did not agree with us.
I'm still no. At least with the drawn yampon.
Because it only Madia and how at red card, I was surprised. Nobody does that. At red card, Eddie Howe was playing a top 2 of Benny. Still, I didn't know pressing you. I don't know if they felt that in this phase, Dominico Soboslai encounter into MPN too quite aggressive. Near winning boss one because Bruno Gamarash was incessant. Fabian Shabeba and they made sure they gave nobody. There was a ball into the space for Anthony Elanga. Elanga Koya could do ballina, not the one Liverpool plan when you corner kick. As if they wanted the corners.
Maybe a doughty or to bench or shame. He realized a bond low more, but only number 9 presents.
Yeah.
Oh, 80 box. Yeah. And then now, Saray Sakoha. If you get different story,
maybe the game probably would have ended earlier on.
Because where chances now no more critical. No more fear branching. Anything I'm going to do, Usula or something,
Which, no, because it was from a set piece. And Bruno Gamaraes says, I'm a bonus. Gamaraes bonus was from a set piece. And like I said, on football, they don't call Liverpool, Newcastle phone and say, I am one of you. Then Rio Osula comes in. The commentator was saying, say, Newcastle phone is two striker home. But striker and Obe Bumpire say, Obe Timmy Newcastle phone, so maybe feast our striker. Hey, Osula. Rich Osula say go. And I'm so okay, there is written in the stars, 2-2. Liverpool won't for winning cup. It is not going to happen. There is no way Liverpool gets it. And you see, now, Obiba Beye, maybe or Mifion. Timidity, and I was watching on the laptop. And he was delaying a little bit. She gave me now later on, so let's go as calm. The game is about to end. Liverpool are making changes. We are Chelsea here, you know Rio Ngomoa. People who are probably not Chelsea fans, maybe a non first time Rio Ngomoa. Our Chelsea Academy, they believe that Rio Ngomoa, there's a young Moroccan player, for what's his name. Very, very good player. 17, 16 to say Ngomoa. Now Ngomoa, Ebusia for the catch Chelsea for say, more assurance boy be breaking into the first team this season. According to Joe Shell's money still was money when Stanley money. They couldn't give them an assurance. But no, it's a Liverpool for the 93 to force the boys' parents come and push for that and check. And yet it's a Liverpool phone have tapped that point. So Liverpool have an excellent talent in a branch of friend Ruin Gomoa. And reach again. Ebianka Luis Diaz wa. Ebianka Jogo Jota Pitiasia. Maybe can you Ruin Gomoa and Rubber Park and so. But the football stories and how they write it and how for sometimes we don't even have a say in it. No? Rio comes in. Liverpool's best attack of the day. Like you said, 90 plus 10. Dominico Szoboszlai na ball number 10 anymore. Minim say Rengo more TM so nyai ball there. Leaves the ball for him. 16 years of age.
Up. Now do you have Branton this
ball? Inside foot. What position camera. And on him. When this is now.
The position how?
Oh, now.
No, and so the better to. The better for ma. And the Oba say down on the cozy.
Power. Na ball is a Rich. Liverpool had gotten the job done. And a young boy, when you Liverpool through and through, a Chelsea Academy, a Cocoton, and he was the man. That's Liverpool. Liverpool out of the reach. No, I'm just saying that in the sense. No. I'm just saying that in the sense, saying, if Liverpool Academy, the story probably would have been nicer. But all I'm saying is that I won't do that with you today. My Liverpool for enjoy your analysis. All I'm saying is that he's from somewhere and I'll be joining Liverpool for then. Rich and Nadia, maybe man of the match was a branch friend Dominico Szoboszlai.
Okay.
Dominico Szoboszlai was excellent all throughout the game for them. When he had to go for what he did, or any defending, or aggressive. And again, on a night where Newcastle thought that they had done everything. Just look at the emotional face over here of our branch friend Bruno Gamarash. Heartache. Now, I don't know. Will this force Newcastle to buy? Will this force them into the market for a striker? Because for Menna, after say your ball game, Rich, Newcastle for on the 8 stands. right after the game, he got down and he went to Eddie Howe. And in Eddie Howe post-match press conference, Omubisa Eddie. And Eddie catch up and say, oh, on only there, he will love an attacker. From this last week, somebody attacker. Which what we are hearing is that Newcastle have contacted Chelsea on a branch here friend Nicholas Jackson. Unse Omo call Larson home at Wolverhampton Wanderers with 50 million. Wolves want to say they won't sell Larson for them for 50 million. And so they are looking at their main options. And in the first one, a branch here friend Nicholas Jackson, who will come in to come and get a job done. And then Nicholas Jackson agent, I call onto Instagram. And then he has put out a statement say it has been 30 goals now branch here friend Nicholas Jackson National Chelsea Football Club in 2 seasons. Non-penalty goals. Never could no penalty. And they want to get a job done. And now Corona Rich. And Tiana free Germany ever and say Bayern Fono called Nicholas Jackson and they've agreed personal terms with him. In the personal terms, and they say Obinyarako ama Bayern Fono. And like the agents they can, there are a lot of possibilities for him in terms of Onu Nicholas Jackson being a player at Chelsea Fono, something that seemed to be very, very good. It's rich. Okay. Chelsea Fono will get a sale for Nicholas Jackson, and now there was also good for Axel de Sassi conversation of moving to Tima Yefreno Bournemouth. I won't get a lot of time. As the time goes on, I'll come and get into it. But Chelsea sales I saw more. Like I said, UEFA Conference League players from register last season. I know any idea Chelsea for you today. First year and then Champions League games Champions League matches for the last few days it hasn't been good enough. It has been not good for Momu try maybe code for one. And try I thought be na at for home kakra. We'll try. Code we don't want to stop because it be a day now be giant. That's the day that you probably win. So I'll give you this code and then go to Betway Nakokucha and give yourself a chance at winning. Rich. First one a BW D1 FD5E2. Second one a BW D1 FE BCD. And third one a BW D2000551. Michelle, I'm all of Fifi man for social media handles. So codes in all honor. I wish you all of you luck. Thank you.
Okay. And as a coffee, question Sarah say Newcastle lost yesterday because they got too emotional. Down to the golden red card, let the team down. Fans are allowed to be emotional, but players should be professional and play according to plan. And because we know you are doing 300%. And now, Sadia no Newcastle players no, as a no me too emotional. And ama game plan ankasa no omo entimi amon yeah all right enjoy me dey so mfama mo na ebredu say ye ne time heba ye di apomuden ho komo kakra ansa na ewia Bismarck osu bempaya la so ba na obeto so edi amanti odu afidie no ato amane na onso a onya emfa afidie no to anofa beto na ye ni apomuden ho komo and so emfa emau Papa, good morning.
Good morning, no hene.
Now to say
Yehuadum nampa chonse.
Namiadum.
Yede radiasi.
Time adruning tea. Yaho din.
Yede radiasi. Yede yesasi.
Enu komo kakrai.
Mase ohene meda se wa kwenya wo de amame. Ahwefo amhwe eye Nhyira television. Ene atiefo amutie Nhyira 104.5 FM. Medenchi astronko every time Herbal Center asu eye de mo bibiara. No pay when ya kwenya no ne edidwuma nwanwaso yi Time Herbal Center ono ene asoye ya okofa Time Herbal Mixture edro ne de badwa so wasan at the Time HH capsules anasa ne mixture so abeka ho medofo ma mimisa se enne wapom etesen medofo wada roma ya hwo ho yiye mayen efisa mo ho ehia yen monkwa ene mo bambo eba pomuden sem so a eda doctor na koma so enu tinim de ni nyansa ne suahuna odon anko ade adom na koa no doctor wa ye na dwen se da ne da wo behwe se wodi enura tumi wom enura wonom a esanyarewa ne to wonyarewa si efri woni padua mu enura ayo obo ade enu bna enhahama ene nua hini ena wakofa na waso ne so krogen ɛde afa mfidie mu ɛde ayɛ nnuro nwanwaso ɛde abedwa so ɔmanfoɔ sɛ mo nunum bia mo ho ɛbɛtɔ mo bɛde mo ho afiri nyarewa ahodoɔ ho ɔhu sɛ yɛyɛ nipa dasani yɛdidi yɛnom yɛdi ntɔda nnuane bi asabi yɛ ana ɛho nteɛ ensuo ahodoɔ bi wɔ hɔ a yɛnom pokɔ nipadua no mu a etimi nya nsunsuasoɔ bɔne ɛwɔ yapɔmuden ɛso mframa ahodoɔ a yɛtwe ɛde kɔ yɛn mu baabi a yɛn maame nom di dwa baabi a yɛkɔ yɛn nnwuma ahodoɔ so anaa baabi a yɛtɔn adwatɔndeɛ ahodoɔ ɛtɔda na mframa anaasɛ nneɛma bi a yɛtae ehu etimi nya nsunsuasoɔ bɔne ɛwɔ nipa dasani na pomuden ɛso ɛno nti sɛ woyɛ ahwɛ yie na wononum enu a yɛ no papa ɛsa nyarewa da ne da wo mpai bɔ a wobɔ ɛsɛ twedua mpɔn sɛ wɔma nkwatenten nyinkyare ahoɔden wɔ no medɔfo wɔn sa betimi aka efisɛ wo betimi adi nkyene akyɛ na wo brɛ so abanso watimi adi na mmom sɛ woanya ahwɛ yie na woanya ahodasoɔ a mmɔ wo ho ban amfiri nyarewa ho na wanidi yie na wammo wapɔmuden ho nsɛm so anhia wo de a ɛne medɔfo na wo yɛ ade wo nkwa no agro atɔprɛ hu nso sɛ nipa dasani yɛnkwa wo hɔi ɛnyɛ mienu ɛne ɛde baako ɛde agro ɛnɛ yapɔmuden kwɔmɔtwetwe no egyina time HH capsules anaasɛ ne mixture no ɛso doctor kofa baya or kofa time herbal mixture eduro ne de baye a wono ane kandifo a panyi kwankyerɛfo wada time herbal center anonom ɔno kura ya na nimdeɛ ne anusuade hunu a twedua mpɔn de dom no no ɔsan ekofa time HH capsules anaasɛ ne mixture no ɛde aba ɛyɛ time mo time hyɛne nso ma me sɛ time no ɛyɛ TIME ɛno nti sɛ wo pedro papa anom akoa ti anyarewa woni wabusua matimi ade mo ho na mabɔ mo ho ban afiri nyarewa hodoɔ ho de a ɛne wadura ne time HH capsules anaasɛ ne mixture obi bɛka sɛ dwumadie ban na time HH capsules ne nso edie medɔfo nya abotre twan me na mamemfa doctor number no entudwa aya na brainti no sɛ ya mmɔ yare bi a ɛda wo so a menya wadwen sɛ yare a edi wunya ama watɔ ba ha ɛtete wo na wo ya pa ba na ama waye bisi basa no yenni ho anu ye de ma wo medɔfo ente sa esa ye brainti no wo gye number na frɛ doctor nimdeɛ ani suahunu ani adesua a wasua ani adom a twedua mpɔde adom no obema obi ɔde ho nimdeɛ ne bi bɛboa wo kyerɛkyerɛ wo yare mu kyerɛ no ka de ɛha wo kyerɛ no na ɔno so wayɛ krado sa emmoa biara a ɛsɛfata no ɔde bɛma wo na wo ne wabusua nso matimi anya ahotɔ doctor number ne 0244 417 669 0244 417 669 meda se hyɛne nso sɛ time no ɛyɛ TIME ye nipadua no ye won kwammoa bi wo ye mu a ɔno ɛne wɔsrɛ ni a wɔgyina kono da ne da wɔno no wɔhwɛ sɛ wɔbɔ nipadua no apɔmuden ɛho ban ɛno nti sɛ yare bi ɛba wo so a saa enkwammoa no wɔno ɛne wɔkotia nyarewa ahodoɔ na watimi adi yare ne so nkunim anasa watimi abrɛ yare no ase afiri wo nipadua mu na sɛ waanya ahwɛ yie na enkwammoa na hoɔden ɛso te a medɔfo na wɔn kwa no ɛyɛ akɔsan mu ɛne yɛkɔpɛ time HH capsules anasa ne mixture ne bi nonom na ɛbɛhyɛ nkwammoa na hoɔden mu den ɛhyɛ mu kena no ɛsan esiesie nipadua no na dwuma ɛyɛ ne sɛ enuane ahodoɔ biara a wadie yare biara a anam bibi so na abɛtena wo nipadua mu na ɛkotia na edi wunya no ɛyɛ time HH capsules anasa ne mixture no ɛna ɔbɛbrɛ saa yare no ase ɛmpɛn dodoɔ na wo bɛnom no wankasa wo bɛhu nipadua no nya ahoɔden soronko na esiesie nipadua no ɛma ne yɛ fɛ afei eyiyi demdie ne nkeka wa biara sɛ yɛ yare bi na atenam ɛmframa bɔne bi na wahome aduane bi na wakodi a enya wo haw ɛwɔ nipadua no so wɔno wayɛ nipadua no zoom lion ɔprapra mu no osiesie mu fan ne mu atimi ada hɔ fan na ɛboa me nipadua no atimi nya ahoɔden ɛsoronko time HH capsules anasa ne mixture ene be so sa wo ha no e de ama wo afei e ma won no aware eguo wei eyade a yedi ho nkomo a e ka adofo bom e ma won na waso bi ahwedru san komotwetwen a HH no so na won ani age papapa minnim obi wo ho anka na ware eye agu ejija ya tete apansam Naso ebra wafra doctor no wachira no HH ni bi emokotoye no medofo enda mese wo se nipa kro no wose maako e de wodoni ayonkofa mapa abeto me ne me yerentem empaso ankita hodie eyade ehu hia esan se twaduampon na wonim se hu hia nti ena wo ba ene bema enu nti se bema kane na wo bo moden e wo mpaso agudie mu na enne sensa kraya bemu a medofo wote ho e twan dien enhwe entoto graphic ema wo bi nkenkan ma wo anhwe yi a waso ba ya hye usum da ho nenso ne ye boyem de a sefem kopetai HH capsules anasa ne mixture ne bi nenonom na ma wonye opabene ama wonya bemamu ama wonso wonya akakabinsam ewo wompaso no ma time HH capsules anasa ne mixture no emwa oba asabi mpraduasa wa hemfie ho eniema agi asabemu ena no ye ne nkofo di nkomo eye ma ne mema no ema no so kan won haw ochase kane no na mema ne gina wo mu na so enen sakraya ba ukoso ni mu a adwoa na de ma bre enya sa bre na wa bro bibi na enkoyie ose ne ba ma na toda asabi mpraduasa obema so no woje ne ho ana watofom waya akwadworo wada se eboho enu nti no we nyina ya ade a ya na edi ma ninya hu se nipadua no so sabi enye edua bi keke eyi wa tenka emoja di afrusane enu nti wo ban so so wona tenka ma won sanka time HH capsules anasa ne mixture na wo ba ma na wasi ni trase no wada he no wada no emma ne muso na afei enkonya anasa enka stronko emremu ebra enkwa eba mu no wa ba hunu se wo ye bema mu na wo so abodi ese fatawo enimonyama ese se bema wo dofo edema wo no won sa atimi aka oba asabi wa hemfie ho eniema agi asabemu eya da ne te sebi afro emema ne nso bi nso hawo no no oba wo nso nonom time HH capsules anasa ne mixture ni bi na ebesiesie waye moaye obesima eba ma wakosua kuma numa so twan sa aman afa ho beche saa na ema wodofo nso ba wo nchen no anu di ahyemu wo mpaso a wono so na timni atimi age Mese sabema de wu tutonga na se wu bieja na se ododa wachi ya no amana koden efise ma no opesisi moden time HH capsules anasa ne mixture ene bedi mu asem ede ama wo bema na tenka ayira ana wo ba won so watenka ayira mu nyina mo nonom time HH capsules anasa ne mixture ni bi won how no nyina anu aduro eye time HH capsules anasa ne mixture ede wodo enigie ene ahosepe eba adofo ntem ebra ne adagie enti no ebi a wo bi beka se o pedro nwanwaso yi biato a ehefa no obenya bie omanfo epe ne dodo ato emfa wonani nkyeremu ewo KNG Herbal Emrom Abidjan House Atonsu Monaco Junction Danny Herbal, T Herbal will bring a Binas Palace Pharmacy, Bremai, and a tokro biara ya ton, a dreadie, chemical sellers a who do an answer shops no, any pharmacy a who do in ano, any a bibidua who do stores in our qua, on Sabaka time. HH capsules and answer ne mixture ni bi na answer na me sorry so kra no ma memfa doctor number no ento dwabiem ebi afei na wutie Nhyira 104.5 FM anasa wo hwe Nhyira television for doctor na emwa biara esafata no na onfa bi emwa e wo 0244 417 669 0244 417 669 ohene medase aha na apomodin komotwetwe a akosua mansa de pa medi free time Herbal Center aso ye de brahwefo ene atiefo no medi besie nyame ya adom adasene ye besan ahia madam ase ama momoniti a adehye
okay edam ase Monica sa adonu so odwaso ntia no atobi na onso atimi anom na se de chiche mu na no bibia ayekama atimi edi amam ye to adwumadi ne so 11:15 Bismarck Osubempa Ayala edien eko but ebia utiem sisi e dream pa ne se obewura into mining but unshada nim hu nim die bia ene ma men kamfo I'm stock mining and engineering training school farmer ko Obuasi Zongo na behind the high sense building no me pacho ayade I'm so here ho aye show said you see etwi excavator nom wheel loader backhoe bulldozer roller and a dump truck nearly 3 months na odi na school no niema mienu no mo aye ho both theory and then practical thing na no wo mo aye so na bia be pass out no bibia betimi akọ aye nkan enso edi amount bra oboase na ebia na ufri outside oboase na wo ba eze onya hostel na wo da eze hostel ni ani free wo ba bia wo du beto afei equipment odi enso be training enso ani free and na forklift training enso so say ni na no eyade a ani free tibra na onso baje entity bi na ebetimi aboa wi pa ye number edidi juma no eye 0539 732-766 na wafre wamo 3P garlic mixture a 100% garlic extract and a natural plant air juice full of vitamins, minerals and also bit me aboa ama any pediano yade able to say stroke asthma kese na wo ye no person so etikama obu onoma odunso ten obu so odunso a otiyaw ebra odunso na odunso ewie no wo sa problem mu bia koto 3P garlic mixture obabia bosom so na okọ afichira no ayase etwa no me patro menstrual cramps ridina no oto aye 3P garlic mixture ebetimi aboawo na nyina no afi ho enso edi amawo dani herba misty colina capidank 3P ewo ho me patro frɛ 0248928824 na adro no nso tro de na emboa wi pa na ho enso entimi ento ma yenwie ewo Medimosis Prostate Center any air clinical na clinical de yare bia me pacho busuani bi yare ankampe wan kasa any bia wutie so yi na ho emfawo anope ya me pacho momfaka na omomfawo enko Medimosis clinical sisia na omo entwewo edu se yen hwonwie na omrefie no na ho ato yem prostate center hono or hair prostate enti be me bia on check prostate ne da bra ye be check e di amount and as e bia no akọ check e na eso prostate no problem aba ho oba e no be bia be treat you ama prostate no assign aba normal o se ho problem obi wa ne se no fita white kama but okasa na the fracture ba no nkoyekura halitosis me pa cha onso ba nyina ne be hwe enso etimi edi ama oba awoma ukurukura no wa threaten say obejawa ore me ba cho bra na ahodi awo no eye bonus ye de be ma 10 ama wawo afa ho afa eye oba ye okuma se santase ahenema kokoben na Medimosis Prostate Center ne clinic no ye wa ye twa so betimi aba santase ne oboase stretch na awa na e audio bana ya craft number 0244 068 447 ano eye number obetimi ene Medimosis Prostate Center empenifo ene clinical edi komana afi yare bia ha obia no omonso ahwe no omotu ase edi amadoni live our YouTube Insha TV na Bismarck owusubempa ayala nso no emfa yento asena afi iwia yabedi fie enso enkomo no matise kumase asante kotoko players ananziomba yai omo ensign terminate bi as contract se omo ensign free club nim enko players ben san komuni na no yebedi ewo ayesho no sunti ayana yebefia onso atimi assurance of course clubs no ahomboa omo eyedi akobo Africa ni na no yebedi san komo no ewo aye dwumadi enso asunti no an say obe join here live our YouTube na audio message na bana yakinkan enso etimi edi amount enra Newcastle ane Liverpool game ne say wonte ho asem dia Liverpool akoshe 3-2 in fact game no na bibia on full package bibia our football man emu yede no ye hu bi enra enso abo aye ginima Bismarck osubempa ya la de be fam kakra na enyakwan enso abefi 11:20 Bismarck osubempa ya la Good morning. Now to say,
Yeah, fine.
okay, I'm going now. I ran a decline cop. What's the way, you know? And then mention come out. Okay, Miss Samo, yeah, na technicians are solve problem in Sisi and Afi, Bismarck, who should be Empire Land, so no, at me, at so at the Amaye football highlight. A question I will be our YouTube, you know. As I say, Facebook, you know, my catch was a yen to me in stream you also see, and in Pacho, Obersell Oshe Jumadine Live, a YouTube and Shot TV. The one who says that then, she say yen stream show our Facebook, you know. Sisia ye kasa idea ye guso Facebook ni ebesa back there but sisia idea ma yen stream live awo YouTube ye rectify situation ne problems na wo ni na awia ye besa ababak na Facebook no yetimi stream Jumadine live awo honti mo busa sa questions ni na no answer me de ebema mo no no
Safo na ese se wo se
say dey ba so on na nyina dwuma yi
says obi safo obi anim no
safo
mo camera nem to no so obi an
my we na o sabotage uzo e dey
ai
safo
safo sa mo so mo de Nicola obi kana so mo safo to so Rich, and we were treated with me who how to describe the game in all honesty, but maybe my expectations were met.
Wild game.
Look, Fifi didn't tell the whole story.
Ojabi.
Timer. Fifi were showing videos and pictures of Timer and a slot AC3 Liverpool bars in him. The hostile reaction from Newcastle supporters, you know. Rich, and a slot your pon game, you know. In the post-match interview, be. I say, Charlie, say why my hair nebia, and I would fear, and I begin to say a couple ball. Baby, I quite in the normal net to it, and your boss him. It was beyond football. And we are not a jasam ketwa. But Rich, the game gave us what the Premier League at here. And after the game, you know, say Aka Arsenal, Spurs, and a Liverpool, and a more 100% record in the English Premier League. 2 games, 6 points. Now Arsenal at that top with Spurs and a Liverpool because of goal difference. Our Premier League table no so. Now Rich, what happened yesterday? Say ocean numbers according to Opta. You understand what happened yesterday because the numbers doesn't reflect the game right away, you know. Rich, how can we score game yes 3-2? 3-2. But according to Opta, none of the teams in Po and 1.0 SG. Now the answer say Liverpool now was share train. Newcastle an SG of 0.93, Liverpool 0.7. And the numbers actual what really happened on the pitch. High intensity. Goals na a PM no were goals that were unlikely say was a PM game in him, and that was how Liverpool won yesterday. Rich, many who numbers be say that for a 5-goal thriller game there, the SG should do better. But these are the numbers according to Opta analysts. Now let's zoom straight into it. Many confitela proba na never born. And a game na started. And a Newcastle with the support of almost supporters now. They didn't know more, you know. I carry the spirit of the supporters and the game onto the field. And I cover every grass on the pitch. Intensity, 50-50 ball BR. And they were playing so well, creating all the chances. Now, as 2 people I have watching, when Newcastle squander chances, game be saying, say, with the spirit of our supporters. Now, create chances.
na on a game ni nyina e koma o dominate. If you don't take your chances, this is Liverpool. So omunya one chance and I say even a situation Rich, they will take advantage and turn the game around. Yanu and Sikra. Sausha SG na after them and there. It means Rich, government goal. It wasn't supposed to be a goal because it was not a chance. But the defensive midfielder for Liverpool has come into offensive position, Rich. Or J-Ball now, or also going on who said nobody is closing him down. And it's a sure Newcastle midfielders now. Rich, I am surprised they allowed government in that position, no? Because Sandro Tonelli, Joe Wellington, Bruno Guimaraes, they were playing the game as if they were obsessed. And by the time doing government goal, no, they allowed the Liverpool DM to come into some offensive position now or be closing it down. Baby, on the ball is sharing and the poke on to me and wash.
And it deflecting so.
Yes, on to me and wash. And a game that Newcastle were dominating, they were down by a goal. 1-0 or more than form. Rich, then things got worse. Me was also on Obi I want say a message you are the buyer say it changed the game. Yes, it did. But in the second part in the where he says the supporters should be supporters and the players should be professional. Rich, their supporters in the area was still standing, you know. And on the adrenaline you use to play the game as a player. And Bobo. You dominate your supporters tie. Then all of a sudden, your opponent not say one. Rich, the aggression there, the intensity I always wanted to work on. And you what? But I think it was very, very unnecessary. It wasn't on an attacker. Van Dijk. So Van Dijk or Bobo Sima. They are the best.
Unnecessary value.
Then, and Usha will proud Van Dijk. Van Dijk became a post match say. The God in the end, on who will be or back or God can say, Yanko screen and Sunny Abajir card. Like a soon for swap because it was clear. So a pra and a bunch and a plan. Rich, the red card end the game. Mijini say, even without Ishak, Newcastle elbow game with 11-11. Rich and can say. Liverpool had 3 points from this game. Da. After the game, Anthony Gordon went on Instagram and was through a nice apology. But Rich, these things doesn't bring 3 points back. And he a very, very nice message. Now someone can talk for women and say, Opacho, and on him say he let the team down and no crack. But Rich, who can take about Premier League, you know? What about 2 games? What's your 2 goals? Minimum say early days yet. But Rich, Anya Shekrano, or my indication why teams were after him in Europe. Because over Premier League in him, Rich, not over 2 matches, not also 2 goals, not for any team than Liverpool. And they are achieve your worth as a player. And I love what the guy is doing. Serious striker. The attributes no a super. Now Rich, at 2-0, we thought he upon. And there was no coming back in the game. Then this loose defending for Milos Kekec. Rich, it was loose, Papa. And the end was over BBC, Radio Live, or more commentator Marco Steve Austin say, what a header. Milos Kekec has to be stronger. It's poor from him. He's not even facing the right way. Rich, yeah, cross the ball box as a defender. Instead of you to face the situation, only way cheat. And I'm a situation, and what is this? This is high-level football. And Nanciano, PFA 4 Awards, you are the best left back in the league. You shouldn't be disappointing your team like this because Bruno Guimaraes is only one of the tallest. And only players in power type header. But the moment he saw, Milos lose for Hono. Let me take advantage. Gangan. And Rich, so can you get to take her? I don't mean from the gamer and come in the best Milos Kekich. Because the first goal for Newcastle, and a day, sir, who home back, any hope say, or move to me, IABB. Them William Usula. Look, Rich, go now, Usula say, you know. And I mean, who say, oh, say if you are a good analysis, because only anyone on Sky Sports, even after Liverpool had won the game, two former Liverpool players in Michael Owen and McManaman were analyzing the game and they were saying the same things. Come on, say Liverpool are spending, but there are still key positions in their team. They need to, like also, infuse some men. Almost center backs and almost defensive midfield. And so also William Usula go saying even the Liverpool agents are saying, look, it is because of that problem. Long ball. And look at how loose I don't tell you or come on ball and they say. But Rich, football and Gaza Rich, I told them, you must relax for football. Because after the 46th minute, 2-0. 57th minute, 2-1. 88th minute, 2-2. 88. More the upon. Obiano, so Newcastle has fought back. That is the end of the story.
Eddie Howe, no. Angela Revenue did 11 minutes or so. Still, now, not in the boys in the future, we can still score.
Momentum. Football is momentum.
Different in a bed.
No. Born a year. You see it too.
Yeah.
You see it too, Rich. You have a titica. 57th minute, 88 minutes.
And you did 11 minutes out so.
And we have the momentum.
And Liverpool now, neighbor.
No, you have momentum.
Okay, but this is Liverpool.
But Rich, Ujra touchline. The atmosphere will tell you, say, push on and let's win this game.
Because me, Mom, in fact, time I'm going to take 88 minutes. Now I thought, say, okay.
Rich,
now you're defending
there is nobody on this platform. Our preaching match management, nobody. And the preaching match management was your two. Manage the game and yampong who you have 3 points. But Rich, sometimes beyond the air conditioning, when the situation is with you on the pitch, you can come into the studio. No one can show because he has coached teams. Rich, when you have the momentum, you are so 2-2. Now, una would be born in Pia who open our fear. Why the supporters are look, born a room maybe no, or 2-2 no. When even Newcastle my back passer, so my back passer, the supporters will be jeering them. No. Far didn't come on. A momentum no. They were carried away by the momentum.
Okay, Papa. Say, now you coach, and at that time we did not touch line. Yeah, show 88 minutes. We have a tick on 2-2. So now I catch your boys and some pay we go now. Bra, my go for.
It depends, but maybe there's sad time no. Any league, 2 games into the league, only Liverpool never. We are 1 man down. Any show. Me and why I know it's
about
I was just talking about momentum, but in the PBS, so to me control emotions. It doesn't make you a top guy. Me sana me. Think I'm me.
Oh, then Kaba catch him defending.
Baby, I drew no.
You pay 1 point in.
But my managing game the name for 1 point in.
Okay.
Because of pro Liverpool, there a big club.
Almost from 3 no. Almost 3 back on the show simple.
Exactly.
You see, Mimi Giri say the analysis we are doing after the game.
Sure.
And no man ko yi in India. Sanka omu push on so and our discussion will be different.
Okay.
So I'm saying in the real situation, Rich and over. Say me bobo na me coach. And I make say medical catcher say nobody has preached match management actually me on this platform. But Rich, say Liverpool be say me 2. Now my changes. Now with 10 men Martin 2-2 no. And he said, "Yeah, Martin be 60th minute, and after Yaya, the other do 90th minute. So I didn't tell go and ma interfere. Me manage you. Me 2-2 no. It was 88 minutes, 2 minutes to the 90. And the rest of the game, I take away. Rich, I come 10 minutes. I will sustain that pressure on Liverpool. I am telling you. And America say even the supporters never stadium one. As at that time, say Newcastle football back passer. Say yo, Obenya Bobo so Okuli a tempo na. The supporters let's go at them. Sometimes rich and born out and yet they open so bow. Sometimes the atmosphere will allow you to play.
Liverpool go never now, I saw it. I'm the one to call now. So it's like Damien Brandon. I'm the born. I say.
Now which on him say?
What you defend the from ground?
According to Opta, go now. I bet you share that's winning goal. Every Liverpool player be and I can be.
Okay.
Every Liverpool player, including the goalkeeper. Obia. So this is Alisson. No. Pass the ball into this is the sequence of play. Could say real ball share. Everyone was involved one way or the other. Even Abante for the almost like Omar Damino. That is his involvement in the goal. Because I'm born and Kabante Enya. And the only thing this guy did, the only touch to the goal was born or boy. Incredible. Rich, sometimes this is what football gives us. These stories must be written. And it is that. And Abenti Feni Rich, 16 years, 361 days. That's Akakakrebi. Nobody 17. And Abenti I the youngest goal scorer in the Premier League. First, now Ekuta will run 16 years to score. October 2002 for Everton. Now this guy Ababe Tosum Mienu Honoma ye Ekoye Rich ye pon game. So we should Newcastle for reaction. Even though they were down, even on my ex account in the CEO, we lost the game, but because we fought very, very well. And even from the players' name, anyone gets just we think we did what we could do. Yeah, best any idea Lucy game. No. Now comes the discussion. Say, now if you say, who should we a game no koya? Rich and can Newcastle were clinical finisher. And can time almost so more dominating and can they will score. And Enra, okay, I'm the graphic way by. Say Newcastle without Alexander Isak in almost last games of Mabono win crown by, and the only goals of Marseille are 3 in their last 6 games of Mabo without Abante from Alexander Isak. Now, Rich, they must allow Isak to go because now Omabo Liverpool away. They must close the chapter with Liverpool and Ishak with every game. No, almost starting so more forge forward.
Say be a player on open umunya.
And until they Wisabana.
Okay.
So they are bid to Wisana, Brentford for air reject. Rich, they must improve it and get him. And you Wisan Kwan Mope, Rich, almost Omoko anti wondrous, Omunya jogging strong last and so Mope. And the moment they say, oh, Omoba Kope, no, I'm then I checked the statistics, Rich. Last season, for over 100 wonders, or 14 goals, and 4 assists. That is good enough. So in the coming days, what Athletic Foreign David was saying more reportedly said, look, Newcastle will have to chase Wisa. Any Abanti for the Jordan Strand Larsen. So we know more. Then they have a replacement for Ishak. Liverpool, the NBD, what in their evaluation say 120, 130, they will allow Abante for Alexander Ishak to leave. Now Etimi Abreki. Minimum some more time about the Kamitras and Kamasave Kawi Kaka. Time now so.
Time as
and you have a coach now.
Because
there's a situation with Kobe Mino. Na Odi Ochina Yoba. Mamma who owns Bina Mintimifa entrance Honum.
But Sylvester Mensah say I really agree with Ayala. The realistic situation was the momentum and the circumstances surrounding the match vis-a-vis the Isak issue. They really wanted to win. Yes. We're going to pay a second. But means me free band say.
Because a cup game and different.
A Liverpool neighbor or quality jail. More game changes.
And I'm saying a cup game and different.
What I say?
It is because of the results.
Yeah, I get it. But
I don't know Coach Duncan, no, Coach Duncan,
I'm analysis.
And we are doing afterthoughts. Results in it, you know. Sometimes you make an argument and it makes a lot of logic because results no and how they can. But problem in passes on Coach touchline. And results in Yambaya. I am looking at results in Yambaya. You don't know the ABC. You push on, Rich.
Raymond
push on.
Raymond Teddy Collins, I say, good day, Richard. I agree with Diana. Looking at the atmosphere, after the equalizer, there are no option to push harder, get analysis.
Yes.
And also at the Abraham moment, I'm your coach there. Liverpool, I'm a bono quality.
Liverpool crown and
that time they met
and a cup game na moba. Me as a coach, make us on body or boy. League. A marathon and just a sprint be. Yeah, boy, free home.
1 point you free now.
I mean a league. Liverpool Junior 1 point against Liverpool. But say a cup game na mobo na manya sa momentum na. Make a change players and say the only bono. Omo fa money sa.
You see, to conclude no. A league mo na obo. But we are talking about Liverpool. Our second leg against them is at Anfield. So one said we fear you will not have a chance to score them at Anfield. Enti akwai say menyano.
My mentality.
Menyano. Say kotokoko bechem. No only bechem boboa. In bechem analysis in the addressing even before the league starts, and him say only kotoko. So we are realistic. So benya point here for kotoko and you bechem wana. No say bechem mano beshano 2-0. Now ultimate take 88 minutes. When you say bechem supporters na woni ya because yen ko mu sisi ya because ye ko kumasi
ya. Say yes, but you as the coach, that is when you have to realize say if he here bibi will give
you see confidela supporters no sa de no mo ye no. It in isolation to the Ecoso Park in the
I mean,
and yes, the supporters who were saying Yanko, and when Anna Park is down saying, I'm near quiet you. The momentum was with you on the pitch. Even supporters in the Ecoso Park, you can even say supporters in Momu Krana or me link to the situation in the park because on him say, boy, Mishi, me place you as a more cool. And your man from support in Pia or Munko, and then players in the airdrop of the supporters. And a woman to Munko supporters. So then you need a push, and I'm giving it to you. Look, football and Ankasadi, it was very, very beautiful. It was very, very beautiful.
End to end.
I was trying to be.
Oh, but and as a football fair, at least Nezenka. Lucas, it's your point.
Yes, in your face. Yes, in your face. You don't talk about fairness. Oh, Rich, just let me mention. BWD2 140C6 and a BWD2 1EE93. 2 Betway Kosa, Ubetimi Afana Otimi, Ede Aya Onyoma, BWD2 140C6, BWD2 1EE93. Into far, na wetimi Ede Ababe Yede Ode, Ebetimi Aya Rich. Me interest in him.
Infamrefi. Minimum say you people say na Poba and why? Poba, or your coach. Na,
I am manager.
Poba, them do you.
To play be not na brand.
I Poba who play out no course out of away.
Kwame
Pepe.
Or Cambodia.
Oh, okay.
I'm manage players be bro.
I see.
Any players for Ho, any players for Samates, any players for Vision. I'm manage players be bro. Into what special talent be now
no wonder say community can order to Subeji.
Aye, Obeji the fala J motorbike. Echo
Jessica. Bobo you have also players from your Bobo.
Aye, Jessica.
All right, Yemrefi na Yemfefi Samno. And Thomas in Shawans 4.5. Now, 2 teams represent Ghana. Our CAF campaign. Nyami Aduma in the CAF Champions League. See my friend say, baby, any goes out. I'm in the GA League, you know. Into Ome represent Ghana. Our the Champions League. Nyami Aduma. Our first game. Omo any JS Kabiri and Ebebo. Yabeshe Gold Stars performance, especially in the top 4 so far preparation on my year. Eddie Rem in the Champions League. Then Kumasa Sana Consono. In himself right after your ball league in the on board the MTN FA Cup, President Cup, Ecobo Toyota Cup or South Africa, but top 4. Kotokonsu so far preparations on my year, so Eddie Rem in the Confederations Cup. Akoshia a team from Sakwara United of Nigeria. No, you be see this sound coming in. Then report I say, players I ain't Johnny Kumasa Sonokono. You see a bit more and penny for a sign and no more at terminity contract. No more jamu kai amomonso etimi ako. Nimi no yankani na mumna yindi sound come the kakrebi awo show no so I am sure sem few na so far no teams na from Kotoko, for instance, top 4 President Cup, Kobo Toyota Cup or South Africa, about top 4. So far, no Kotoko convince with performance now. So far, more trained in South Africa no more kono. Did that so be we are Kotoko fana. How much be bizarre?
Rich, you see, Unkomaya Edi Yenye Unkomshafo.
Yeah, yes, you say yes.
Nti emo bi nyi wanu nsi bone if you say you are not convinced. Na Kotoko koyi kwara frimu a obi abe refer say on this day now say Kotoko ntimi nkonenim. That is not the discussion we are having. What we are saying is say Obabo Africa, no, there's a certain standard I also drew if you want to do well. Africa ne bono and yet said the Obo local league level no was rock kakra and Kotoko nim Go Stars nim and until na Go Stars G League no na Kotoko GFA Cup no. So what say omonyomo mu ye nyina you could clearly see say there is a team aye na adwin say or prepare for something higher than domestic competition obo. Rich Senkeka league ni nkwa na Kotoko bebo. I'm not sure they will maintain Samba Onel and Cometon and Komunkofa Donsu Emba. But Omunim said they had to blend Omutim with some experience. Be if Ombeso push you on level higher kakra to be able to compete in Africa. Now, unse African common Rich ye dear ye from Hano. Ayana aya supporters kakra because we are not consistent there. And your story as Ghana football no and so any be hide and seek. So for instance, Yenyadia of Africa, the last time Yenyadia was Dreams and Media man. And to be says, na Dreams net team Benyan and Dreams as we be omukodru ye. Na media ma team se na mrusu bia as we be omukodru ye. Enti ye wo hide and seek story e wa Africa. And it's a okay bibia Obia will get an argument to counter say Ujiri say team binyanye ready because there are sometimes we've even surprised ourselves any our football with your performance for Africa. But Rich, all this how no money in Atunchaya. Realistically, Kotoko abo in 3 competitions: President Cup, Toyota Cup, top 4. So we show Kotoko performance in those 3 competitions now. And also so confuse you more. Unimidiatia. Kotoko edge President Cup. And now Okobo a more African-like competition at the Toyota Cup away in South Africa. Ekwa J Cup no.
Kaiser Chiefs.
Yes. And to make us say Africa there. Competitions are Kotoko abo doing this preseason. They say Africa pano. Okobo draw South Africa played penalties ewo obi man so edge trophy by. And for instance, say abebo nil po Accra Sports Stadium. And a year Nigeria said ye call South Africa now. And get me kobo draw up a you free with penalties. Then Kotoko came back home. Tough for now expose you. Rich. And Yamina Maker. Yesterday you played the voice of Kotoko assistant coach Prince.
It was a wake up call.
Into Yame. And Yamina Maker said Kotoko are ready and I said Kotoko are ready.
The competition has exposed something to the technical team. And out of one person, no one samno. Almost Charlie, I was here sorry. I was here Yanni, Siada. Because according to the Kotoko technical team, the Omu for you, Rich, and yet enough for Kotoko to say, am I ready to play in Africa? And Tinya Manu Masam, a year or one Kasankasa introspection. Rich, Udo Mwankasa Numasam Tunchaya. Football, a year in Yario. Into yes, shebi. I'm not make you say a double money set kojo money adeno. So we be Kotoko free bar. Any football tactics, anyhow a team be a good beer, a very good balance na. To for no expose Kotoko balance in the and they have players and yes, someone you committed to Kotoko no. But Rich, there is a limit to which aggression any work ethics edu could do any baby or competence can maintain you there. So we are born a Kotoko for any bona and yes, be a double money, Sekojomo, or you might be so mukumwa Kotoko, or my but there is a level be a I was more talent in any or natural competence must bring
quality.
Rich, you want a lot of DMs for Kotoko and saying.
So, some commoner, ye dis o, Krogotim no my bread. Go a ball league, ni we come to or mobile. Omunya time and rest.
Rich.
And he clearly saw her boys and so much la park nezo boba. Who's on my bread?
Rich, and they think I am mobile BMO. Because you see, I so far a Yasi footballer about 85 to 90% Obiabre. And Mafunimpo. Omumpoko, they are well advanced in sports science. You could clearly see my bread. Now, say I request a Kotoko. Then what are they doing? With him not bread and you are just willing to play BBR. Because you need to think about Utimini first. It is a name we say the timing of the top one Mboa. Sesi Kotoko top for you. Rich, so what's what is your excuse? Because only time to rest. Sunday Kotoko champion of champion.
How many goals stars?
The following yeah, but champion of champion we pay and the following week start league. And so what bra? Well, Damena Obejo home. Yes, that is easy, you know. Yes, that's it. And she said, Uji to Musobo President Cup, na enye she. Uji to Musobo Akobo Toyota Cup, na enye she. Nasa wako those tournaments never. Nasa also enunti wa bra. Rich, me, I can't take that excuse because football, you are coming to play. And they must play the champion of champions, start the league, and prepare for Africa. See me, I am with you. Also, we have before, and it's same with baby and go stars. So, though I'm not top four, but they need to really work. Kabili was a
JS Kabiri.
Yeah, which I think is Africa now, two teams in your corner. Say omo approach Africa in a strategic manner. Say omo corner sake ka omo nkonko be the same story. Because your real problems, but problem be our solutions honum. And you see, you find specific ways you better find solutions. No, me media mejitum Kotoko players and things on a lot of accumulated fatigue throughout the games that they will play. But enuntina from now to then, say when you score depth, I bet me about setting games amount. Whilst players most of the games in resting now, it's important because this weekend we game. You can field a team and your main team to go and play. Then the rest the ones prepared towards the African game, which will come before the season starts. Very important.
They did the enemy.
Yes, and it's make us so we are very strategic because Oko are the enemy with full strength. So okay, yeah, kwako boy, kwako bar. Ebedum rebino unya homi out beko. And that is the most strategic way of going about things. Again, share. One of the ways the North African sides, in the last few Champions League and Confederation Cups, Omoko Central Africa, they don't get the results there. Omoko even the less endowed southern part of Africa, you don't get the results there. Even in the Namibians and Co, they are struggling. You look at even clinical example of what even Kwesi Appiah is doing with the local team of Sudan. It's about a risk reward. Strength ben our capitalize on strength. Inti Oko Agakobo JS Kabili. What can you give away? What can you take? Oko away from home. Can you go and set up shop
No ama ebi a match in the from 2-1 be and come home and then play the football that you want to play with them. Kotoko betima is same man. When you are going away to Kwara, can you manage the Kwara away from home game or go and get a draw? A strategic approach of Africa because it's a marathon. Any 100-meter race in Yeko, you have to approach it step by step and strategically. They can do. But say 2 legs. It's 2 legs. That's what approaching here.
Okay. I will thank you more time than Kamama Pubabem.
Pogo no ni mono obo home na we na you on ni obo bono. Oni say player bi o nya we match player. In just what
only about community Ghana no. Ni first level bia I team an audition.
Oh yeah.
We share team here on the first level of the ball.
Coach Abaso.
Why? I can't see
performance. Yeah.
I think he's doing something
very
right.
good job.
Don't be GD's Africa no. To me.
That's
my feeling. Kobe Bray, but
he's doing well.
From Kotoko to Bofo to Blue Stars.
Yeah.
He's doing something right.
The scouts, I think that about a ball coach performance and
he's still doing well.
I think Pamcho, yeah, but see na ya to so mama. Cup, Kobo Toyota Cup or South Africa, about top 4. So far, no, convince you with performance now. So far, more trained in the South Africa, no more kono. Did that so be we are Kotofana? How much be bizarre?
Rich, you see, Unkomea AD, ye Unkomshafo.
Yeah, yes, you say yes.
And see. And more being you announce if you say you are not convinced. Na Kotoko Kwara Frimua, Obiaba refers you on this day now, say Kotoko Timim Konenim. That is not the discussion we are having. What we are saying is say Obabo Africa, there's a certain standard. I also do if you want to do war. Africa Nebono, and yet said the Obo local league. Level no was struck akra and Kotoko nim Go Stars nim and until Go Stars G League no na Kotoko GFA Cup no. So what say omoniomo mu ye nyina you could clearly see say there is a team aye na adwen say or prepare for something higher than domestic competition obo. Rich Senkeka League ni nko na Kotoko bebo. I'm not sure they will maintain Samba Onel and Cometon and Komunkofa Donsu Emba. But Omunim said they had to blend Omutim with some experience. If Ombesomu push Omu level higher kakra to be able to compete in Africa. Now, unse African Common Rich Yedia, yeah, from Hano. Ayana Aya supporters kakra because we are not consistent there. And your story as Ghana football no, and so any be hide and seek. So for instance, Yenya of Africa, the last time there was Dreams and Media man. And to be says na Dreams na team Bayana na Dreams as we be omukodru ye. Na Media ma team se na mrusu bia as we be omukodru ye. Enti ye wo hide and seek story of Africa. And it's a okay bibia Obia will get an argument to counter say Ujiri say team binya ready because there are sometimes we've even surprised ourselves any our football with your performance for Africa. But Rich, what is how no money in our realistically, Kotoko Abo in 3 competitions: President Cup, Toyota Cup, top 4. So we show Kotoko performance in those 3 competitions now. And also so confuse you more. Unimidiatia. Kotoko Edge President Cup. And now Okobo a more African-like competition at the Toyota Cup away in South Africa. Eko J Cup no.
Kaiser Chiefs.
Yes. And to make us say Africa there. Competitions are Kotoko Abo doing this preseason. There's Africa pano. Okobo draw South Africa played penalties obi man so Edge trophy by. And for instance, say Abebo Nene Boku Accra Sports Stadium. And a year call Nigeria said ye call South Africa now. And get me ko draw up a you with penalties. Then Kotoko came back home. Tough na expose you. Rich. And Yaminameka. Yesterday you played the voice of Kotoko assistant coach Prince.
It was a wake up call.
Into Yame. And Yaminameka said Kotoko, are you ready? And I said Kotoko, are ready? The competition has exposed something to the technical team. And out of one Casanu Samno. Almost a Charlie, I was here sorry. I was here Yami, Siada. Because according to the Kotoko technical team, the Omu for him, Rich, and yet enough for Kotoko to say, am I ready to play in Africa? And Tinya Manu Masam, a Omuan Kasan introspection. Rich, Udu Omuan Kasanu Masam Tunchaya. Football, a Nhyira. Into yes, shebi. I'm not make you say a double money set kojo money adeno. So we be Kotoko free bar. Any football tactics, anyhow a team be a good beer, a very good balance now. To for no expose Kotoko balance in the door. And they have players and yes, someone you committed to Kotoko no. But Rich, there is a limit to which aggression any work ethics edu could do any baby our competence can maintain you there. So we are born a Kotoko for any bona and yes be a double money se kojomo omunyo might be so moku mu Kotoko omayo. But there is a level be I was say omu talent ni omu natural competence no must bring
quality. 4-in-1 Gary mix no e would just be beer be wom chinkache and kama sugar wom sansona cream no and so kama dionya insu enti yeah no man say you are good to go na with the Gary mix no kama panti Toby we school ni monsuso a montan empo adwumantem no wonya bia na ode apo onum na bibia no kama pa ade ama aya
Rich research say from nyini che because omoye normal bebre recreation omo dey release omo stress nti I was esua sade ni bi Africa ne Ghana eno ti na bomba store say tie ni ye wa wo tie me tie ni ye next month 20th September ye kobuno next month 20th September a Saturday ye kobuno na bono na ye kono ye free ha with air conditioned bus and upper 5 you could spend the whole day or you bebe na 9 na ye kobuna ye kobotin caves any mountains ho ye coffee ma monkey sanctuary ho ye Kentampo Falls ye ye canopy walk ye benya picnic vibes kakra ye be feed monkeys into ho kwa no wato banana na watimi de akoma monkeys no oh yes no mani nyina no na ye the cameraman edu achi ye your quality photo shoot se na be ya obenya memories of Obono trip no we bonfa stores and this Saturday we bro na any kasam say sa package we nyina only 500 cedis na tie ha ne ye first numbers me we ofra catch a bomba say oh Saturday 20th September obeso no omokobu nebi na bus na obeso tenem no obeso tena sports department for bus nim because ye ni Nhyira FM for presenters in na echo ye go department by department tis obeso tena bus na ye sports for na tenem no bia odo ofre mo ase o me pe bus for no me pe sports for no omo bus ni bi e na tenem fra bomfa store star number we na bookie 506 we for 0531 090068 0531 090068 and I say 0261 671686 0261 671686 na any bomfa stores entimi emeka ye hone nyina ye nkobono na ye nkogie ne ye nko release stress ewo ho bet we se menka wo say bet influencer no eda so ewo ho shisha bet ewo bet we share code no ma betting community mo na nkofo di code no etwa bet no mo na na wo so udi bet eno na ma bet we efre obi ase oye ne bet influencer nti enyi hu film so what the 18 years pa undi 18 years dia and agree untimi NDB uko betwe a eyanwa beti ewo nyansemu ede amaye gaming commission agiatumu eyanwa beti responsibly betwe almost get way more now Rich Honorable Isaac Kwame Esiama
former sports minister
yes Honorable Isaac Kwame Esiama, former sports minister, former MP, Emma Achuma Impunia, Rich, Nema Meda Form. Oba Penny Susana Ya Donkor Akoto. Oba Penny Susana Ya Donkor Akoto. Dodona ne friend Mami Ya or da form. Na Yawade ye dienimia, Eyo Chinechi, Ena ye ne ye ewo Tano Dumase, Achuma Impunia, I ben baby any. Inti Misrewa, ready honorable. Mazekesia Masi and Kai will be say, Yawade be a new yay. 28th of August, ya, and a name me a yen air basso, a Tano Dumase, Achuma Impunia, Ben Babiani, and seeing I shannon so, na Ayana Yaba Abajan Rich, Infancia.
Okay. Dear for information, Brand Copana, and Cofadum Casino, and Mamo, na Yabaya, na Ohene wa. And so any team no benewa any team no air transfer day obraju medino and so etimi at the abrain. Yan famusia na yen namasado mukase